Hey now. Bro, what the heck, man? How could there be a Windows update? I'm just noticing an alert saying your device needs to restart. There's an update. I literally just turned the computer on. Why couldn't it give me that alert last night when I turned it off? Well, obviously I'm not doing that now because we're live. Hey now, let me set up my promo here real quick. Kick ass, chew bubblegum. Oh, what is this? Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Gmail, what the fuck, dude? What the actual shit? Alright, let me get the word out here that we're live before I just completely lose it over my email telling me to use AI to write emails. I don't even want to write emails at all. I would prefer... I would prefer not to. I guess there's a few people I do email that I would just prefer not. Right? It's like, bro, just get with the times, right? Alright. We also post on social media. Alright, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I'm getting distracted, and we can't have that. There is to be no distraction on this stream where we wash things as the human bidet. Yo, Matt Damon, how's it going? Hop on my worm, baby. Probably not going to play the intro today, but I'll sing it for you. Baby, you could ride my fucking worm. Oh, yeah, it's got all of it. Hop on my fucking worm, baby. This song goes weird with the Lufia soundtrack. Hey now, coming at you, WNBC. WNBC, hop on my worm. I almost didn't use that clip. There were two clips that I was considering. To, hey, Flesh Scooter, happy Worm Wednesday from the Human Bidet. Scooting that flesh, how's it going? One clip that I was going to use was the one I did use, but I also had the one where I was singing, you know, get off my fucking banana, baby, enough's enough, you know, like... That was during, like, Castlevania Mirror of Fate, but I had already wanted to use the elephant clip. I don't like to represent one game too much in the intro. I mean, I know we do have two Xenoblade clips, but what are you gonna do? I actually, the reason that there are two Xenoblade clips is because there was another clip that the audio kept desyncing in it, so I had to take it out and replace it with something, so that's when I put the ass and titties clip in. Can you? I'm just thinking like of Duke Nukem doing that ass and titty song, like ass titties, ass and titties, ass titties titties, ass and titties, big booty bitches that's wearing guess. Come on over to the easy rest when I see ass. Okay, I'll tell you guys a fun story. When I worked at the brain injury center, we had this one patient who was an older man named Mark, and he was really cool. I really enjoyed working with him because he was hilarious. He didn't give a fuck, but he was a good guy. You know, he wasn't like a jerk or anything, and. You know, he was... Unfortunately, you know, he was in his late 50s. He looked way older because, I don't know if you know this, but when you have a brain injury, you actually start aging faster, which is kind of wild. Like, he looked like he was 80, but he was only like 56 or something. So, but he had been brain injured since he was like 15 years old, which means that he probably, like, never had sex. So... he was a little backed up, we'll say, right? So, you know, but the thing is, because he's this sweet older man in a wheelchair that's, like, nice to everybody, all the girls at work there were kind of all over him, and he was just soaking up all that attention, you know. And he was a gentleman. He wasn't, like, grabbing anybody or doing anything crazy, right? So, backed up. Like, he backed that wheelchair up. No. So anyway, we were talking about just his general horniness, and I was working the midnight to 8 shift, and it was 8, and the next person was already there. But I wouldn't just like skedaddle. I would chat with the person for a while and unless I didn't like them, then fuck them, right? But I would chat with them for a while and sort of let them know what's going on and everything with the patients and all that. And we were talking because you know what it was that I had like rap music videos on, and he was like looking at the girls, right? And I said, Mark, are you more of a ass guy or a titties guy, you know? And he just goes to me and he goes, "How dare you ask that question?" You know, right? And I realized that he was doing that because there was a lady present. That's how much of a gentleman he was, right? Meanwhile, this girl's like, "Come on, tell us, Mark." No, you know. So then she leaves the room for some reason, and he leans in like this, and he goes, "Ass." It was the funniest thing, and I was trying so hard not to laugh. I'm just like, you know, the way he leaned in like it was a secret, you know, like he's gonna tell me something that nobody's supposed to know. Ass. I was like, I knew it, Mark. I knew it. I hope he's okay. I wonder what he's all about now. I hope he's okay. Unfortunately, a lot of the patients that I took care of when I worked there have since died, which is just heartbreaking, but yeah, what can you do? It was kind of a terrible place. They didn't really take care of them too well, I thought, you know. I thought it was too much about money and not enough about the actual care for people with fucking brain injuries, you know. Like, I'll tell you how bad it was. That there was somebody that I knew that worked there that unfortunately she got into a car accident and she had a brain injury. And I remember they were like, it was like, as soon as they told her that like there was an injury in her brain, it was the first thing she said, "Don't send me there." Because she worked there. You know what I mean? She's like, "Don't send me there." She didn't want to hear nothing about that. Not even for a little while, not even for rehab. Just fuck that shit. Ugh. I mean, I gotta be honest, that place destroyed any will that I had to work in healthcare at all. But yeah. But I do have fun stories like that. The ass. He was a very funny guy, Mark. I hope he's okay. I hope he's having a great day right about now, you know? I hope he's having a great day. But yeah, we're going to be playing Powerwash Simulator 2 today. And because I'm already playing the music that I'm going to play, that's why I probably won't play the intro. Because for whatever reason, the Powerwash Simulator games do not have music. There was only one song in the first game, and it was the ending credits song, so... I was kind of hoping the sequel would have a little bit of music, you know. I guess they know that people are going to want to throw on their own tunes and whatnot, but it just becomes a challenge when you're streaming it, you know, and there's, like, no music behind... I don't know. I find it easier to talk to people when there's music playing. You're starting a Wii group in a nursing home your bro lives in? Oh, man. There was a patient there. His name is Jerry. Also a really cool guy. He's since passed away, but that's too sad of a story to tell on stream. It's really fucked up. It happened like right after I was no longer there, you know? Yeah, it's, you know, but the thing is, like, here's my perspective on that. If it had music, and I didn't want to play that music, I could go into the options and turn the music off and play whatever I want. But it's just like, I don't know, like, because I have to, like, sit and think of, okay, what am I going to play in the background while I'm streaming that's not going to get me copyrighted? That's what I have to think of, you know what I mean? I have to think, okay, we have to avoid certain things, right? Even if I'm just playing video game music, there are some things that are a no-go, unfortunately. Yeah, there was this guy, Jerry had a Wii, and, this was like when the Wii was kind of new, you know? And he could communicate pretty well. He had a lot of words, but he couldn't, like, he just had, like, Wii Sports. He didn't have, like, a lot of games, right? But he would fumble with, like, the names of the games that he wanted to play. So, like, he knew how to say bowling. But when it came, like, he wanted to play pool, the word pool was escaping. It's in a condition that brain-injured people get called aphasia, where you have difficulties. You know what the word is, but you have a difficulty finding it. So he would just take his hand like he's holding a pool cue and go like this. I want to play the... and I'd be like, pool, okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Copyright is a mess. Copyright is a mess. I fucking hate it. I hate it. The original copyright law should be the law that they always had, like, where you just... It's like for 15 years. Now it's 95 years. Thanks, Disney, you piece of shit. I'm an evil corporation. Alright, let's play Scrandle. I want to click on some hot dogs or something. And since it's an afternoon stream, we're probably going to have to just find a date to play it that I haven't. By the way, next Wednesday, I'm taking the day off, just so you guys know I won't be streaming next Wednesday. Disney ruined copyright laws and the Alien franchise. I agree with one of those things. I just, not too long ago, I just watched that Alien Romulus. I thought it was pretty good. Do I like Tron? I like the original Tron. I haven't seen any of the sequels, and I'm not interested in any movie that the leading man is Jared Leto. Let's do this one. I'm on a bad streak over here, so let's see if we could break it over there, right? Okay, whoa, alright. On the left, we've got an alleged chicken tikka wrap from England, and on the right, a slider box from the United States. Wait, what does this all come with? So you get 6 burgers, 4 mozzarella sticks, beer battered onion rings. I could go for some fucking onion rings right about now. And tater tots. And how much does that cost? $20? Bro, sign me up for that. Who's the homie that's gonna finish that with me? Who's the homie that's gonna take down the slider box with me? Because I can't eat all that shit myself, but I can eat about half of it. Who's gonna get the other half? $20. I'll pay. The chicken tikka wrap looks really bad. It looks dry. It looks dry. I'm gonna go with this. Correct! Wow, that was close, though. It was only like 5% across. Alright. Oh, wow. On the left, we've got Donner meat, chips, and cheese pie from Scotland. I don't know. It just... You'll take down the slide. Alright, you and me. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, and everybody's gonna watch us do it, and they're gonna say, that was violent. That looks really gross. It's just an uncomfortable close-up. Just way too close. Like, give me a little bit to frame it, you know? Like this pork belly with spicy rice and red cabbage from the United States. God damn, that looked good. Yeah, I don't need to agonize over that at all. No, you know, I noticed, Scooter, you said, you didn't say I'll take down the the slider box with you. You just said you'd take it down on your own. Like, you're just gonna, like, eat it all. I'm gonna be like, can I get a burger and an onion ring? And you're gonna slap my hand away. No! I get it all. All right, the alleged pepperoni pizza on the left from England and a berry burger from England. I got up the scraps. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. All right. I'll. How about this? You get a slider box for yourself, and then I'll get another one for myself. And whatever I can't finish, you'll polish off. Where is the pizza? It's like down here. You can't see it. Like, my dude. You're taking a picture of a fence. This burger. This is your uncle's cookout burger for real, right? But this is an uncle that you like. We're gonna click on that. 95%. Damn. I love this song. Okay, so on the left we've got Dirty Mac with curry goat and crispy onion from England. It probably tastes better than it looks. And burger and chips from Wales. The burger look aight. It look aight. Yeah, and especially since those are tiny burgers, so you probably would want all 6 of them, because like 2 of them would equal a regular burger, right? Alright, so here's the thing. If it was me choosing, I would want this just because I like mac and cheese, I like curry goat, I like crispy onions. I've never had them all together, but it doesn't look good, but it probably tastes good. My only issue is it does look like it might be like kind of swimming in grease, but I would try it. But I'm going to guess that the majority of people are going to look at that and not click it because it looks like diseased cornflakes. I'm going to be real with you. So this burger probably wins. Yeah. All right, on the left, we've got a supposed cheeseburger with onion and brown sauce. What the fuck is brown sauce, England? What is brown sauce? Is that gravy, or what did you do? You can't even identify what it is. You're just brown. What kind of sauce is it? It's fucking brown, dude. Yes, I get that that's the color, but what is it? Like, what the fuck? And this, okay, you know what this is? This is the hot dog that you see in the 7-Eleven that has been there since the Reagan administration. Just continually rolling. Nobody touches it. Right? God, these are both terrible. I'm gonna guess that the cheeseburger has more clicks. I was right. Okay. Alright, kind of rocking it right now. Alright, we got buffalo chicken over rice. I guess there's spaghetti in there. Well, that's more like linguine or something. That's from Japan. And on the right, we got tacos from the USA. Oh, those tacos look legit, though. No, I'm picking the tacos, bro. I don't care how good the buffalo chicken and rice is. Those tacos look legit. Sweet. I wonder if Moogle ever got the game I sent him. We'll find out when he shows up. All right, on the left, we've got chicken wings and rice. And that's from Indonesia. Apparently, it comes with plastic wrap, too. And on the right, we got chicken and halloumi souvlaki from England. Yeah, I don't want the plastic chicken. We're going to click this. Yeah, no plastic chicken. Oh, okay. That's a schlong. All right. We got a foot-long cheese Kransky from Australia. They couldn't even pretend to try to put it on the bun correctly. The bun's broken. The onions are just kind of like just thrown on there like nobody gives a fuck. And then we got a Scotch pie, which is... God, that's tiny. And you paid £6 for that shit? Nah, dude. I'm clicking the wiener. Are we going to get a perfect 10? Ah! Mushy peas. England, well, who hurt you? Stop stealing artifacts from all over the world and stop smashing peas up. Yo, Moogle, there he is. I was just talking about you. Did you get the game that I sent you? Check your DMs on Discord. I sent you a game. That's actually not from me. It's from Captain Retro. You won a game last night, but you were not there to claim it, so I offered to claim it for you. It was System Shock 2 Remastered. So you have that now. Alright, and then we got something called a hangover burger, which I've never had a hangover. I guess I just don't get them, but yeah, everything about that looks amazing. Yeah, click. Alright, if we get this next one right, we got it perfect. Smoked brisket roll? Yes, please. With chips. From England. Oh, but this looks good too. Miami oh, it's a veggie burger. Never mind. I was like, pretzel bun? Oh, it's a veggie burger. It looked good till I realized it was not made out of meat. You did win. You did win. You won. Sarah won. Matt Damon. Matt Damon really was the big winner because he got that Bio Mutant game. But yeah, I was like, I can't. I tagged you and I tagged Sarah. Sarah showed up, but you didn't. And I was like, I can't let Moogle not get his prize. So I was like, Cap, I'll give it to him. And he's like, bet. All right. Yo, perfect. Flawless victory. We got a 10. The average was 8.5. Bro. All right. And now I'm going to turn into my secret identity, the human bidet, as we power wash the dirty butthole that is reality. Because some filth can't be wiped away. The fact that the level up music plays right when I say that, that's a choice. Alright, how much money do I have right now in this game? We've got 10 grand. I need more than that. I need 12 grand. Let me just see also if there's any furniture I need to buy or anything. No, it looks like I bought everything that's available right now. So let's just go ahead and do the next level. Alright, the motel. We weren't finished with this. Sweet. What OST is this? Guess, Gray. Let's see if you get it. What do you think? You've heard it before. Let's see if you get it. I'll just give you one guess, and if you don't get it, I'll just tell you. Oh, you can sell the old ones? Bro, I didn't even know that. I haven't tried that. I didn't know you could do that. Was that like added in an update or something? Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't sell this one, but I would sell the previous ones. You're correct, it is Lufia 2. Which in Europe is just called Lufia. Because they didn't get the first game for some reason. How do you do that? Let's see. Wash your equipment. So if I go back to, like, the Prime Vista, can I sell it? I don't see... Oh, I see. You press space? I probably can't sell that because it's base equipment. Oh, actually, this is the one I would want to... It's not letting me do that either. Alright, what about this one? Ah, here we go. You own some accessories for the washer you just sold. Would you like to sell the related accessories for... Yes. That's enough. Okay, so let me come out of this. Come back in. I'm going to buy the last urban one. Which is not there. I don't... We'll worry about cosmetics once we get the best washer. The Urban Extreme, baby. Extreme victory! And I have enough for a little bit of accessories. There's the short, the long, and the extra long. Let's just... I can't afford that. I can get the long, though. Oh, actually, I can. I'm looking at points instead of... It won't take long to get that amount of money. Did you know that the... Oh, you could still complain about that. Did you know that the first Dragon Quest game released in Europe was Dragon Quest 8? Like, that's fucking crazy. So they released it without a number in the title. It was just Dragon Quest Journey of the Cursed King. Wait, I'm not even using the new one. Hold on. I'm trying to remember how to... There we go. Urban X Max. There it is. Okay. Ooh, extreme. Holy fuck. That's with the yellow nozzle? Holy fuck. Bro, really? That's with the yellow? Look how white it is. That's crazy good. Try the green one. It's not actually that much of a difference. It doesn't clean as well, though. Green. That reminds me of this fake Sesame Street clip that was going around, where you hear like Kermit going, "Okay, the first hint is it's green," and then you hear another voice, which I think is like Oscar the Grouch or something, going, "Weed. It's not weed, you junkie." I don't know the origin of that clip, but yeah, I know it exists. But yeah, the first Dragon Quest game to be released in Europe was Dragon Quest VIII, so they did. There's no spot for a ladder? I guess I could climb up here and stand on this thing. Hold on. Oh! Okay. This is like calm town music, and then when you hear some of the other town music and it's like fucking rocking. Oscar wouldn't be much of a grouch anymore if he did a weed. You're right! Right, yeah, he would be a little more mellow, I think, right? How the fuck you live in a trash can, though? Like, nobody's like, bro, you can crash at my place? Everybody says they're his friends, but when he needs them... high and dry. There we go. Alright, so this back part is... whoop. Alright, we're at 82% of this. Wait, so Moogle, you did get the game, right? You got that, and you're all set up with that? I just want to make sure. So that I can tell Cap. Because like I said, that's from Captain Retro. C-A-P-R-E-T-R-O. Let's all give it up for the Captain of Retro. Whenever I hear that, it's like a Third Strike song, you know, like I expect that. Third Strike, y'all, it's Street Fighter 3. Speaking of which, I am having so much fun with Street Fighter 6. One of the best boss musics ever. Dude, this is not like the other yellow nozzles at all. Like, they're all like precise, narrow, focus, and this is just like, oh, I'm coming, you know. But it works though. This is crazy. Do 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 do. I like how there's some footsteps up here. No, I said there won't be a Powerwash stream next Wednesday. Because I'm going out during the day, so I won't be here. Taking Mom to her doctor's appointment, and we're gonna have lunch. It was, yep. There will definitely still be a Street Fighter stream. I love this ladder. This ladder's like a ladder to me. There we go. Oh, I definitely don't hate you. I'll think of you when I'm eating. Don't worry, I actually love this game. And I will be streaming a lot of it. Because when I did the first Powerwash simulator, like every time a new DLC came out, I was like, oh, we gotta bring it back. Eat 3 burgers. Well, I'm going for sushi, but I'll eat like a fuck ton of eel for you. Actually, since we're going for lunch, they might not have eel, but I'll eat chicken katsu for you. They usually have that during the lunch. Wait, is this ladder cleaned? You miss sushi? And eel? You like eel too? What's your favorite sushi? Let's talk sushi. Let's talk sushi. What is your favorite nigiri and your favorite maki? We have to have this discussion, otherwise we'll wonder. And we'll lay awake at night thinking, I wonder. What is their favorite sushi? The way you say you miss it makes me think you can't have it anymore, which is less than fun. Also, especially the fact you said, you developed a fish and shellfish allergy at 21. No! Oh no! That's cruel. Wait, and how old are you now? How long has it been that you've had this horrible malady? That's just, good God. I'm so glad I'm not allergic to any foods. I'm only allergic to, like, bees and wasps and stuff, you know? Well, I'm allergic to wasps. I've never been stung by a regular bee. I don't want to find out. Oh, man. Well, okay, so you might have... There might be some hope. I had a cousin... well, I have a cousin. I didn't had her. She still exists. I just saw her over the holidays. She's fine. She still exists. I have this cousin. Her name's Jill. When she was around 7 or 8 years old, somewhere around there, she developed a shellfish allergy. And this is a shame because she really liked shrimp and that kind of crab and stuff, right? Especially shrimp. Shrimp is her favorite. And she would even be like, I could probably have 1 shrimp, but then, you know, that's it. Anything more than that, I'm going to get sick. So she'd have to, carefully plan it. But now, she can suddenly have it again. The allergy came, and then it went. You got stung in the back of the neck by a paper wasp a few months back. That sounds horrible. When I was stung by the wasp, it was on my hand. And it happened when I was sleeping, which is... By the way, which is really fucking terrible because then you're paranoid, right? I can't go to sleep. I'm gonna get stung by a wasp. They're just like... You know that they say you leave them alone, they won't bother you, right? No, this one, I was sleeping. How could I have been bothering the wasp? I was sleeping, and he's like, fuck this guy. I hope it happens to you, too. Wait, so you can't have any seafood, basically, huh? Well, I will think of you when I eat a tamago maki. How about that? That's egg. You probably knew that. But I'm saying it for the people who don't. But, okay. The question still stands, though. When you could have sushi and you were eating it, what was your favorite? Unless you really don't want to talk about it because it's like a painful memory. That I would respect as well. I don't know if you noticed, we like talking about food here. This would be making me hungry if not for the fact that I just had food right before stream. I think this is Decker's theme. Because Decker's kind of a dipshit. Tamago just means egg. can't censor fatty tuna. Fuck that. No, we can allow that. Fatty tuna, I think that's otomi? I think that's how you say it. Fatty tuna is really good, yeah. My favorite nigiri is called shimisaba. It's mackerel. And my favorite roll is very American, but who cares, right? It's the spider roll with the soft shell crab. Ba 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 ba. Fatty tuna is a good one, though. I believe it's no, wait, it's not. It's toro. Toro. I just remembered it. The Japanese word for fatty tuna. It's toro. But they also have something called otoro, which is extra fatty tuna. See, you are a person of culture. You like spider roll. It might be like almost violently American, but who cares? Delicious. I see these things. I know they're vents, but they look futuristic, like it's gonna zap me or something. Okay, now what's in a Playboy roll? I don't think I'm familiar with that one. I've had all kinds. Oh, okay. Wait, let me tell you something. Last time I went for regular sushi, because not a buffet, but a regular like sushi restaurant, they had a roll literally called the Final Fantasy. I didn't get it because I really wanted dragon. But the fact that they were like, yes, we're making a roll called the Final Fantasy. I was like, they should have an eel avocado variant called the Dragon Quest and balance out the world. So I'm way more of a fan of Dragon Quest than I am of Final Fantasy. Bro, this urban extreme gets the fucking job done, don't it? I'd not heard a Playboy roll. Like, it comes with rabbit. No. Just chew mounds of mochi like titties. No, I don't know what it is. You're gonna have to tell me what that one is before my imagination gets the best of me. Comes with a martini. Alright, here's a bad joke. A Roman centurion walks into a bar and says, I'll have a martinus. And the bartender says, don't you mean a martini? And the guy says, look, buddy, if I wanted a double, I'd have said so. Language jokes! Unagi. That's eel. That's my other favorite. Love eel. It's actually two kinds of eel, but the one that's called unagi is the one that I prefer. The other one's like really delicate. Scooter's gonna make me look up Playboy roll. The Final Fantasy roll, to be honest, it was kind of a mess. It was like, it was like three things. It was like tuna, salmon, yellowtail. And I was like, that's kind of busy. Shrimp, tuna, crab, asparagus, crunchy tempura, sauces. So it's one of those fancy super American rolls. I love when they put tempura in it. I had the idea for like, because tempura is traditionally a savory thing. But I thought, I don't have that much of a sweet tooth, right? But I thought of a way to do, like, dessert tempura, right? Like, you just, like, tempura up some cheesecake. And put, like, chocolate on it or something, right? What's cool is that when you talk to people from Japan, one of my best friends is from Japan, and you tell them about this, they're not bothered by it at all. They're not like, oh, that's not proper, or that's not, tradition or anything like that. They're just like, oh, that sounds good, I'd eat that. Because when you see what they do to pizza, you'd understand. You know what I mean? Oh, come on, YouTube. It hasn't even been that long. You're going to continue watching? Yes, continue watching. You dick. So you can't even just put a... They really want you to get the YouTube Music app, which I have on my phone, but... Like, come on, man. What would I put in a Dragon Quest roll? Well, okay, so a Dragon roll is traditionally eel and avocado. So I think you'd have to add something to, you know, sort of like represent Dragon Quest. Like, take a basic Dragon roll and then add something to it, like maybe like some little fried onions, like for the slimes, or something like that, you know? Put a fried onion slime on it. But yeah, so like if you look at Japanese pizza, they put like hamburgers and hot dogs and shit on it. Like that'll be the topping for a pizza, is like a whole ass hamburger, bun and all. So my friend Hitomi, one of my best friends, she came to visit the family that she had. She's half Japanese. She lives in Japan, but she's half Japanese. She's half Japanese, half black. And the black side of her family lives in California. So she had a death in the family, and she came to California for quite a while to spend time with her family and everything, and to, you know, hash out the will and everything, which turned out to be really shitty because her dad was trying to screw her over and all this. But anyway, she was telling me that she went to go to like a pizza restaurant, right? And she was like, I was shocked by how little options there are. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you know, in Sendai, you know, you can go and you can get taco pizza and hamburger pizza and hot dog pizza and all this stuff. And I'm just like, wow. Well, okay. You know what I will, because I'm going to be out with my mom and she doesn't like being on camera, right? So what I will do for you is I will take pictures and I will post them to the Discord and I will tag you so that you can see it all. And if you have questions about how each piece was, I'll certainly tell you. But I could live stream from my phone, and I have done it, but I can't like do that when I'm out with my mom because she doesn't want to be on camera. Let's see. Okay. Whoa! Hey, look at how much money I have. I have exactly 777. That's fucking amazing. I think I need a little bit more than that to get the attachments for this thing, but I just saw the 777 and thought, hey, lucky sevens. Now we can fight Emerald Weapon. Well, let me see how much I actually need. So the long one is 900, and the extra long one is 1800. And what's this? Adaptable nozzle? What did this do? Oh, you could change it? Interesting. I'm not worried about that too much. I'm worried mostly about these two. What's this? Double turbo? Oh, that's kind of like the triple. So the Prime Vista gets the triple like in the first game. This gets double turbo. Okay. I usually don't go for using the really advanced stuff. Mostly because it just makes the game too... Everything goes by too fast, right? Like, I want to enjoy cleaning it. I don't want it to all be done in, like, 5 seconds. Is there a scissor lift around here, though? There probably is, right? Well, as you saw, I didn't do that in my most recent Final Fantasy VII run. Oh, there's one of these, though. I was just like, let's just make Yuffie really strong and she'll solo everything. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. As for Final Fantasy VIII, I would just prefer not to play that one. I don't really like it. You will see a Let's Play of me doing Final Fantasy VIII, but I won't be playing it. EB's the one playing it. Okay, I'm at 99%. Let's see. Oh, one of the pool steps. probably have to kind of... Final Fantasy VIII is one of those games that, like, it's fun if you break the game completely. And... Do you try to get her as early as possible? You can get her very, very early. I just use her to level up a lot of materia, and then at the end of the game, I basically take off all the materia so that she's really strong. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's the wall. I see. In the crevice. Ah, in the crevice. Oh, look at this, though. Clean my crevice, Daddy. I don't apologize for that. I don't apologize for art. I sounded like Carl the llama, right? I will not apologize for art. Carl! What happened to his hands? Well, I kind of cooked them up and ate them. Carl! Well, I was hungry. Hungry for hands. Oh, man. I thought I cleaned this. What is it, the very top of it? Yeah, it is. Alright, I gotta get up there. Ba 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 ba. Hey. These stupid lamps. We'll leave the light on for you. Ba ba. I guess it's something down below. Blow. Oh! I think you guys are talking about two different things. Because I think Gray is talking about Dragon Quest and you're talking about Dairy Queen. Wait a minute, why don't they have a partnership in Japan? Because right now, Dragon Quest Square Enix is partnered with McDonald's. And there's a bunch of Dragon Quest themed Happy Meals and shit over there. But come on, DQ. Gimme the Slime Blizzard. Slime Blizzard Blueberry. Come on, make it happen, Square Enix. Make the Slime Blizzard a thing. Sweet. That's clean. What wait. It looked like it was pointing to that. It wasn't. Oh, it's this. Okay. Sacagawea! Am I tripping? I think I might be tripping. Oh, this outer portion isn't completed. I helped briefly get a Sonic from... Man, fuck Sonic the Hedgehog. Wait, actually, don't fuck Sonic the Hedgehog. But, to hell with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm so tired of Sonic the Hedgehog. I just hate Sonic. It's just so cynical. This is created by this boardroom. They're like, this is what 90s teens think is cool. Oh, I don't need two of them there. The door frame. Oh, okay, there we go. It's still... Is it just the inside of it? I know the outside of this is clean, so what the fuck? Okay, there must have been like a tiny speck. Like, I just cannot stress this enough, right? To heck with Sonic and his movies and his games and these terrible cartoons. It's just like, bro. It never felt genuine to me. Like, the only difference between Sonic and Bubsy was that one was unplayable. But they're essentially the same fucking idea. I thought I got all those boxes. Oh. Okay, well, it's not longer pointing towards that. First floor side electronics box. Oh, the cable's coming out of it. That's what it's pointing towards. Yeah, this seems safe. Power washing an electrical cable. That seems really normal. It seems like something that's a great idea. Maybe it's the other side now? Oh, it's that tiny little... There we go. Okay. Darwin Award. Yeah, for real, right? And a patio chair I apparently missed. That's the last thing. Oh, that one. Damn, somebody took a dump there, huh? Ooh! You like to power wash your electrical box and then take a bath with your toaster and your hairdryer. For real, right? Let's see. Hello, I've got a dirty gator that needs a deep clean. Get yourself down to the wreck whenever you can. That sounds like a euphemism for something. Let's see what we got here. You know, it's also great pissing on an electric fence. Fantastic. Is the wedding song? Flush! Don't call me Flush. That is incredible. Can't wait to get all the rebranding up everywhere. Sorry, I'll try not to get too excited. Don't want to spoil the vibe, but it's amazing. We'll keep a rebirth egg warm for you. How are you keeping it warm? You know what? Don't answer that. I think this is the wedding that happens halfway through the game. One way to easily find out. Oh, it's the wedding after party. Ba 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 ba. All right, let's see about some furniture, maybe. Cat climbing frame. Oh, we gotta have this. The Royal Canadian Kilted Axemen know you don't whiz on the electric fence. Feline generous. Treat your beloved cats to fun times with this luxurious blue leopard print cat climbing frame. That's the only thing to get? Alright. Wait, I'll put this like right where the cat is. Where's the cat? I could hear the cat. I can't see the cat. Wasn't the cat usually hanging around like right around here? Well, whatever. The cat will come to it, right? I'll place it. If you place it, he will come. Although we found out that the cat is a girl at the end of the second game, or the first game, so let's remember that. The dumbass mayor thought the cat was a boy. It's like you keep calling the cat he, and you're such a negligent pet owner that you don't notice he doesn't have a fucking penis. And trust me, if you've ever had a male cat, they put it in your face. They just like here's my butt, my balls, and you're like, why do you do that? Like, why do cats do that? They're just like, hey, check it out, my butthole. There we go. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. One cat tree. How much money do I have now? 1,190, so I can get the long extender. Long. Oh, not that. Boing. I should probably have gotten the shorter one too, but let me see. Just in case. Yeah, because there's a short, a long, and an extra long. Okay. Let's see what we're doing next. The mini roller coaster. Alright. Ava said something about a gator? I don't know. Hey, thanks for helping out. Yesterday my little alligator ride turned 18, so we threw her a party. Okay. Boing! And opened up the ride for free all day. As you'll see, it got messy real quick, but the kids had a blast, and that's the main thing. Speaking of blasts, let her have it, the grubby little chuffer. They've decided that their carnival ride is an 18-year-old girl. I don't even have comments on that. Like what? This doesn't look anything like a roller coaster. Okay, there's the roller coaster part. I guess. It's an indoor-outdoor roller coaster. Actually, wait, hold on. This kind of fucks. This is a big job. This kind of fucks. Hold up. That's kind of cool, actually. Da-da-da. All right, let's have at it. But enough talk. How about you, butthole? You love this map? I'm loving it. It's cool. Hold up. Sheila's talking to me. People often say to me, "You've been doing this how long? Don't you get bored? Wouldn't you rather be doing something else?" You type faster. My answer is always the same. And you'll find out when you reach like 10 or 20%. I am Draculio. You will all cower before my castle's bunghole. I am the great old Julio. I need prior authorization for my bunghole. Do you have a copy? This kind of reminds me from the first game of like the golf course that was like medieval themed. Except it's gator themed, I guess. And it's just weird that you think your roller coaster is a 18-year-old girl, and you're like, everybody gets a free ride on our 18th birthday. Like, are you okay? You shouldn't be saying things like that to people. You should probably calm down with that. Dude, imagine if... Maybe I should make this as a sketch, right? Where it's like Symphony of the Night, and Richter Belmont comes up to Dracula, and he's like, I am the great Draculio. I need... What did you say? You will all cower before my castle's bunghole. And then Richter's like, Wait, what? What did you say? Are you threatening me, Belmont? Yeah, I actually came here to kill you, but you're being weird. I'll just go. No, come on, fight me. You cannot threaten the almighty bunghole. You're talking about your bunghole a lot. You know what? I'm just gonna go. You know, I'll see you later. These are the songs in Lufia 2 that you only hear the entirety of the song if you're a really slow reader. Because they're cutscene songs that happen once. during the fake ending that you get. I don't know, maybe there's not enough for a sketch there, but... We still gotta do... Me and Wayne gotta put together that cock talk sketch. Especially now that, their whole lawsuit is settled. So we could do the cock talk sketch. Cock talk. I've wanted to do that for so long, but then I had computer problems, and Wayne was, you know, dealing with that lawsuit. Ba ba ba. Do 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 Meow 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 meow. Honestly, this is just making me really want to play Lufia 2, though. But we'll get there. We'll get there. When I stream it next, because we've done it before, when we eventually get to that point, maybe we'll do retry and GIF mode. Retry mode is just really easy, and it's really just so you could have a good shot at facing the egg dragon. But GIF mode is unique, so there's that. Hey now. Ba 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 ba. I always thought the whole like Super NES RPG discourse is just dumb as fuck. Cause you talk to these like weirdos on like, you know, like the GameFAQs forums and or whatever the fuck, right? And they're like, I don't know which I like better, Chrono Trigger or Earthbound. And I'm like, bro, how is Earthbound even in this conversation? Well, those are clearly the two best RPGs on the Super Nintendo. Like, you're clearly smoking crack, sir. Yes to Chrono Trigger, but Earthbound, really? Like, you're not gonna put, like... What about Final Fantasy VI, right? What about Lufia 2? Like, why you gotta be tripping like that? What is with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got a front? What did I ever do to these guys that make them so violent? Hey, look, realistic power washing. Hey, we got that. All right. Okay. All right. I don't want to like move on too much before I like get these parts cleaned, you know? This is all one big thing? Okay. Final Fantasy V and Super Mario RPG along with... I mean, Final Fantasy V is great. I'm not gonna like say that it's bad or anything, but the Final Fantasy that's in the discussion is clearly 6. Like, Final Fantasy V is great from a gameplay perspective, but the story really isn't like anything to write home about. Super Mario RPG is in the discussion, I think. Do you think real-life power washing is nearly as fun as the game? As somebody who has done it, it's both more fun and less fun at the same time. Like I said, realistic, because I've used a power washer. Let me just show you something, right? Let me just get to where some... Okay. Like this, unrealistic. You cannot be that far away. As a matter of fact, you got to be like this. This is how you power wash. It's like this. And it really does work. So, and when you're feeling, you know, the thing is like vibrating in your arm, and it feels like you're chainsawing away the dirt. It's really cool, but you can't be far away like that. Like, you have to be right on top of the shit. Like, even like this far away wouldn't work. It's just a hose at that point. At that point, you're using a hose. You got to be really close. That's why when I get close, I go, "Hey, realistic power washing," because I've used power washer. My sister owns one, and I borrowed it from her to clean some of the outside of the deck and stuff. So it was fun. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm getting ahead. I also love hose. I'm sorry, I had to do it. You basically forced my hand. Okay, those are two separate things. Yeah, you could only do hose shit on the weekend. Weekends are for hose shit. The power washers for when a garden hose isn't enough. Okay. Come here, you. Also, unfortunately, in real life, you can't teleport ladders to yourself. So that's kind of whack. That'd be like the worst member of the X-Men, right? You know, Charles Xavier shows up and he's like, "You have a talent. You're a mutant. You were born with special abilities. What? As Cerebro told me that you're very special. What can you do?" I could teleport objects. Oh, that's wonderful. That could be very useful, battling the forces of Magneto. And you're like, no, just ladders, though. Like, if you need a ladder, like to, I don't know, to reach Magneto or something, but... If I was a mutant, I'd probably be on Magneto's side, though. I was like, this guy gets it. You have a Man-Thing carry a ladder for you everywhere. Exactly! There you go. Giant-sized Man-Thing. Marvel Comics really put out something called Giant-Sized Man-Thing. And it's like... Did you not know, like, or did you know, like what's the deal there? Let us, like, come on. Let us in on the secret, Marvel. Like, you put out a comic book and you called it Giant-Sized Man-Thing. Were you giggling during the pitch meeting? You're like, yes, we were giggling because somebody read a Dilbert comic. God damn it, I got myself. God damn it. I had Craig over this water. I got myself, man. I hate when that happens. It's kind of thing like that Simpsons joke, like, "Whoa, what were you smoking when you wrote this?" We were eating rotisserie chicken. It kind of feels like I've done way less than 11%, but okay. This is Bert and Betty's theme, I think. Ba 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 ba. Which they mistranslated as Bert and Barty. Like they made them two guys, even though one of them is clearly a chick. Like, did you not see the sprite? I always said that Lufia 2 has a good translation and a bad translation at the same time. Because there was clearly an A team and a B team. And the B team was on the indexing for sure. ba 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 ba. Ah. It's like a flower. You have to unravel it. If you get that joke, let me know, because boy, is that an obscure fucking reference. Alright. See these stairs. It was to one of John Leguizamo's one-man shows that he did, where he was talking about his first sexual experience, which was with a prostitute that worked at the KFC. And it was facilitated by his dad. And he was just describing it using very funny language. And he said that, you know, his father was like, there's a lady that works at the KFC. By day she breads chickens, by night she chokes them. So he brings his son to this prostitute, and you know, this is his first time seeing a woman undressed, and he's trying to figure out what's what, and she said to him, it's like a flower, you have to unravel it. Actually, apparently it was the kids riding the roller coaster. They made it free for a day, and I don't know how some children riding the thing did this. Like, were they all Augustus Gloop? Like, what the fuck happened here? You didn't know about that cigarette? I think it was specific to that particular KFC. You know, I think it was just that one. Not saying that they don't have it at other ones, but they don't hit the same. Like, the whole conversation with his dad, because he does his dad's voice and everything, leading up to it was just like, did you know the average pinga is 6 inches long, papi? Yay. Did you know the average vajinga is 9 inches deep? That's a lot of unused vajinga, papi. I'm gonna help you find some. And it's like Leguizamo's kind of amazing, right? Because he does this show talking about his family and his life and growing up, and he makes it funny, even though it was horribly abusive. And that's talent. Like, when you just hear about his dad was a complete piece of shit, but he still loved him, which is complicated and very real. Really goes along with this music, doesn't it? Okay. I never spent a lot of time in the casino in Lufia 2. I never saw a reason to. You were never short on cash in that game. Ba 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 ba. No, I was being sarcastic, and I was referring more to the story that I was telling. I forget, I think it was the one that was called Freak. He did a bunch of those one-man shows that were about his life story and whatnot. Here we go. You got one of them? Which one? The bunnies? Oh, you're talking about the equipment? I don't, like I said, I never spent much time in the casino there. You can get really good equipment without doing it. Also, because you're never really at a loss for money, you could always just buy the casino tokens. that thing was useful. Yeah, I'll admit that. That's useful for if you're looking for dragon eggs, especially on retry mode. Because you gotta find the dragon eggs scattered around throughout the world to fight the egg dragon. Yeah, so I never really like played the slot machines or anything. I'm mostly gonna be doing the slots. Are there lots of sluts in Las Vegas? Oh, there's so many sluts you won't know what to do with them. Whoa! Cool. Hey, Butthead. This chick says, like, Las Vegas is full of sluts. Cool. Fucking Cloris Leachman of that movie. She was so funny. Funny thing is, okay, so when Cloris Leachman was doing her lines for Beavis and Butthead, she would constantly have, like, a piece of candy in her mouth. Because to her, that was what made the character funny, that she was always sucking on candy or chewing something, so she was hard to understand. And, yeah, he scatters the dragon eggs randomly in chests that you've already opened. So you have to go back and look for them. But anyway, so they recorded all her lines, and then in the editing booth, they realized, wow, there's all this, like, food-eating, candy-sucking noises. We got to edit that all out. So they cleaned it all up, and then they realized that without the candy-eating noises, it wasn't funny anymore. Like, she was right. The whole character was the way that she spoke, and without doing that, they basically stripped her lines of all the comedy. So then they had to edit back in a bunch of candy-sucking noises. Filmmaking is really just an insane endeavor. Oh, we got something here from Sheila. There are 2 reasons why I love my job. Free corn dogs, and I get to ride all the rides now. 1, I get to see kids smile every single day. For some of them, it's their first time on a roller coaster. What a privilege that is for me to give them that first taste of pure G-force. Aren't you a real G? Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. You know that the underwater music in Lufia 2 reminds me so much of the underwater music in, like, Pokemon Ruby Sapphire. They're very similar. It also just sounds like something you'd hear on, like, Paladin's Quest. Or is it... What did you guys... You guys had a name for Paladin's Quest when I was playing. Well, it was like Phantasy Star on Acid or something like that? Paladin's Quest for sure. Yeah. But what did you call it? Was it like Phantasy Star? Yeah, it was you, right? Was it Phantasy Star on Acid? I thought so. What is this song? This is the first thing I'm hearing that I can't piece together to something from Lufia 2. The Quieting World? This doesn't even sound like Lufia. It sounds like Breath of Fire to me. Like Breath of Fire 2 specifically. This literally sounds like Breath of Fire 2. But with Lufia 2's sound font. It might be an unused song. It might be an unused song. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Is it number 1 or number 2, Gray? Oh, you're leaving. Never mind. You have a good one. Drive safe. I don't think it's a town theme. Like I said, the song is called The Quieting World. It really sounds like Breath of Fire 2. Especially this part that's about to play. This part right here. Ba 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 ba. We'll have to do the Breath of Fire series at one point, because I've streamed some of them, but it would be cool to do them all back to back for Sunday streams, you know? I'm sorry, Saturday streams. This song I remember. We'll be playing Lufia 2 at one point, and we'll hear that song. I'll be like, oh, that's where it is. Oh, bro. It'll be exactly like that. And then I'll do that voice. Oh, that's where it is. Oh, of course. Oh, I'm a dummy. Oh, I don't even know the lore. Oh. I keep trying to do that voice to scammers when they call my phone, but I just start winding up laughing too hard, you know? Like the first time I did it, I had to, they're calling me and they're like, hey, we're calling to see Medicare or something, right? Do you have both Part A and Part B? I'm like, I have Part F. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, but do you have all the benefits? I have LMNOP. And then I just started laughing because I go, fuck you, and I hung up. The second time I lasted longer, which sounds dirty, but it's not. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Boo. Come on. I lasted long enough to tell them that I had LMNOP. And then they were like, we need to verify your age. And I'm like, I'm 12. And they, oh my god, they're like, you don't qualify. And they hung up. Oh, I don't get the Medicare. Oh, no. Yeah, it was definitely sounded like cutscene music, but it might have been a cutscene that was like really fast. And you don't normally hear the whole song. But it's not a quiet, it's The Quieting World. That's what the track is called. I love the composer's use of harps. Here it comes. That is Craig Ferguson on harp. Not really. But imagine if it was. Sometimes, like, when people have similar names to somebody, it could be really funny. Like, there was a guy that was a voice actor who did a lot of anime dubs from, like, the 70s and 80s. And his name happened to be Gordon Ramsay. It's spelled very slightly different. But I used to fuck with people. I'd be like, do you know Gordon Ramsay used to do anime dubs? And they'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't even watch anime. I was like, no, but I watch Hell's Kitchen. I'm telling you, he was in a bunch of anime in the 70s and 80s. And they're like, you talking shit. I said, look it up. And then I'd give them the name of, like, whatever the fuck show. And they'd see the name, Gordon Ramsay. Like I said, it was spelled slightly different, but you'd still fool most people. And they'd be like, holy shit, you're right. Can you imagine that? Well, God, what was that show called? It was like a really famous anime from the 80s. But I don't know the name of it because I don't really care. But let me look it up real quick. Star Blazers. Star. This guy died in 1993, by the way, so he isn't even around. But he was some character named Orion Senior in Star Blazers for like 52 episodes, and he did a few other anime roles. And but I was like, just imagine you're watching this like old ass fucking anime, and the captain of the ship comes in and he's like, "Listen here, you donkey, it's fucking raw," you know. That's the world I want to live in. Oh, can you imagine? That's the world I want to live in for sure. Ba 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 ba. That would be a thing? It would be. It'd be one hell of a thing. Somebody should take that anime and find out who the fuck that character is. And then just, like, dub him over with the other Gordon Ramsay. So he's like, "Listen here, you're an idiot sandwich. Alright? Fresh ingredients. Simple. Classic. You donut. Sausage roll." That's... Oh, somebody please do that. But yeah, now there's no confusing them because, like, you know, if IMDb and, like I said, the guy that, the other Gordon Ramsay, he died in the 90s, so. That kind of reminds me, okay, wait, Scooter, are you there? Okay, Scooter's here. You want a middle-aged British man to yell at you? I'm a middle-aged man and I could do a British voice. "Listen here, missy. You think you're all that? What with ripping pubes out of people? You think you're all that? Well, I'll tell you, you're shite. You're shite, you hear me?" No. Okay, I have to tell you a story. A lot of people in chat are already familiar with this story, but you're kind of new, so I have to tell you this story. This is a long time ago, but I once convinced a girl on the internet that I was Frank Zappa. And I scared the shit out of her. So, okay, the story goes that my friend June was talking to this girl. I don't know how they met, right? You don't know who that is? He was a musician. He was a jazz musician. That he had like 80 albums out, right? And he wrote like these crazy songs like Don't Eat the Yellow Snow. And anyway, he was famous a long time ago. And I like his music. But anyway, wait, hold on. I can't do this on this screen. I gotta be on the other screen. Where is it? Where's that screen? Here it is. Okay, so, real talk. So my friend June was talking to this girl, and this girl was getting kind of sexually aggressive. And this was on, like, this is back in the day. This was on AOL Instant Messenger, you know, AIM. And, you know, June is asexual, so she's not at all interested in any of this shit, right? And she says to me, "Will you do your thing?" And I'm like, "Who is it?" So she gives me the screen name, and I get on one of my alternate names that I had for fucking with people, which was called, like, Spirit of Zappa. And I message her, and I'm like, "Hey there, honey," you know, and I start saying a whole bunch of, like, weird song lyrics, and just saying random bullshit, right? Just trying to distract her away. And she's like, this is the greatest prank I ever pulled, by the way. And she's just like, "Hi, who are you?" You know, and I'm like, "I'm Frank Zappa, baby," you know. And she's like, "I don't know who that is." And I'm like, "Oh, you never heard of me? I'm a musician. Yeah. I wrote a lot of songs. I put out a lot of albums." She believes me fully. She has no reason to disbelieve me. This is before YouTube. This is before Wikipedia. She doesn't know anything, right? I text my homie Brandon. I'm like, "Yo, I need you to back me up on this prank because this is gonna be good. You know, and he's like, what do I need to do? And I said, you just need to text this chick and just start talking to her. Just talk about whatever the fuck, right? So, and I'm talking to him while I'm talking to her, and I'm like, okay, so how's it going? And he's like, she's aggressively flirty, like she's really trying to smash, and I'm like, just keep her talking. Tell her you want to get to know her better, and ask her what kind of music she likes, right? And she's like, whatever the fuck, right? And then she's like, well, what about you? And he's like, all right, she asked me what kind of music I like, and I was like, just name a bunch of bands that you like, but throw in Frank Zappa, like, somewhere in the middle of that, right? So he's like, oh, yeah, I like Rush and Dream Theater and Symphony X and Frank Zappa and, you know. And she's like, Frank Zappa, that's who I'm talking to. I can't even say it without laughing. So she's thinking she's talking to a famous musician. And now she's thinking, boy, this guy must actually be famous because this other guy, and she's not putting any connection between us, this other guy is saying that he listens to Frank Zappa's music, right? And I'm like, just make sure you say Frank Zappa. She's like, that's who I'm talking to. And I was like, okay, tell her that he's dead, you know? And he's like, what do you mean, you know? And she's like, I'm on a message with Frank Zappa right now. I'm talking to him. And he's like, Zappa died in 1993. And then at that exact moment, I said, you know, my fans think I'm gone, but I'm really just pretending to be dead. Oh no, not the ad! No! Oh wait, you're subscribed. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, I was gonna be like, tell me when the ad's over. Okay, all right. So anyway, I'm like, and she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. Oh fuck the music. Hold on. I've been doing this for a long time. I release. Yes, exactly. I release a bunch of albums, and then I die. And then I wait a while, and then I come back, and nobody knows it's me, you know? And she starts freaking out. She's like, you're scaring me. And I'm just like, you better not tell anyone. And she's like, oh my God. And she fucking signs off. I thought she blocked me. Because that would have been a normal reaction. Well, actually, a normal reaction would have been like, oh, fuck you, you're pranking me. But I thought she blocked me. Turns out she logged off. Never to return, at least on that screen name. She never came back. So then, like, June was trying to get rid of her, but June's like, I don't want to just tell her to fuck off because she's nice, but I really would like her to fuck off. And that's why she had me do this. And then, you're scaring me, yeah. So then June's like, oh, wrong one. June, oh God, I can't seem to find it. I found it. And she was like, what did you do? She just didn't even say goodbye. She just signed off. And I'm like, she signed off? I thought she blocked me. It's like, no, she's not signed on at all. And I'm like, oh my God. And then I told her, like, well, I told her I was Frank Zappa. You always do that. You always tell people you're Frank Zappa. I was like, yeah, but then I had Brendan at the same time saying that Frank Zappa is dead. And she's like, oh my God, that's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. Like, man, I will never top that as a prank. Like, that, it's impossible. How do you top that? This was before the term catfishing existed, but yeah, I basically catfish as like the immortal vampire that took the name Frank Zappa for a while. Don't you tell anybody. Oh no, you're scaring me. I think I even said something like, well, even if you tell people, they're not going to believe you. Now, whenever I tell stories like that, I always think it would be way more interesting to hear her tell the story. This girl was probably around 19 years old. And I'm just thinking, like, at what point in her life did she realize that that was all bullshit? Like, at what point in her life did she realize, oh, I was had? Or is she still out there telling people the ghost of Frank Zappa talked to her? And they're like, look, Ashley, or whatever the fuck your name is. You've been saying that for years. Maybe it's time you just stop saying that. Oh man, moving to Montana soon. Gonna be a dental floss tycoon. Yes, I am. Moving to Montana soon. Gonna be a mental floss flycoon. I ride a small tiny horse. His name is Mighty Little. He's a good horse. Even though he's a bit tinky, but with a blanket or saddle on anyway. Anyway. I can't sing the next part because it's too fucking fast. Alright. Like Frank Zappa basically did a rap god section in the 70s. It's too fast. Oh, when you think about it, yeah, it's not that bad. I scared the shit out of her. But, like, just imagine the version of the story that she tells. Okay, wait. See, this is why I like having somebody that hasn't heard all my stories, because I can get a raw reaction. Moogle, Ted, should I tell the Taco Bell story? The last time I got to tell the Taco Bell story to somebody new was Scottish Maiden. And it worked perfectly because she's Scottish. And it involves me pretending to be Scottish. Okay. So, this involves one of the same people from the other story, which is my friend Brandon. And this is even older. We were in our early 20s. We were like 23-year-old fucks. Just hanging out every weekend, right? And see, when you're a 23-year-old guy, if somebody dares you to do something, you're like, all right, fucker, and you just do it, right? You don't say, oh, that's stupid, I'm not doing it. You say, that's stupid, I'm doing it. So he dared me to pretend to be Scottish for like a whole day. I'm like, all right, fucker, you're on, like I could do that, right? So like we're going out and we're like going to the mall and we're shopping and we're doing all this stuff and I'm going around, oh, that's a bonny lass there, and I'm doing all this shit like this just obnoxious, doesn't even sound all that Scottish, groundskeeper Willie voice, right? And so I'm doing this. We go to Taco Bell, and we go to order our food, and the guy that's taking our order, he's got to be like 15 years old, right? And I'm walking up to him, and I'm like, oh, I'll have some of the tacos, yeah, the soft ones, and I'll have a 7-layer burrito, and I'm doing all this, right? And I'm really laying it on thick, and I'm like, and I want extra tomatoes, if you know what I'm saying. And I don't think you do, because even I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, And he's doing this. Right, I have to switch scenes here. He's doing this. He's really trying very hard not to laugh. And I'm like, fucking laugh. Why won't you laugh? And I'm just, I'm doing it. He's not laughing. He wants to laugh, but he doesn't want to laugh. So I realize this guy, he thinks I'm really Scottish. He thinks I really talk like this. And he doesn't want to offend me by laughing. He doesn't realize that I'm doing this specifically to make him laugh. So anyway, he makes it through the ordering process without laughing. And we get our food, and we sit down, and we're eating. We ordered like a whole shit ton of food, so we were there for a while, right? And at one point, I'm like, oh, I've got to go to the bathroom, the little boy's room, eh? So I go to the bathroom. I come out of the bathroom. So as I'm coming out of the bathroom, I see him there mopping the floor. And I'm just like, target acquired, right? I see him there, and he sees me coming out of the bathroom with a big smile on my face. And he's just like, he's got this look on his face like, oh, shit. Here it comes, you know? Like, this is going to be good, right? And I walk right up there. And keep in mind, I'm coming out of the toilet. And I said to him, I left it in there so you could see what your food did to me. And then I just walk past him. And I go to the table and I turn around. And he is leaning on the mop. And all I just see is this. He's just shaking. Just fucking dying of laughter. Like, and I always think, like, God, I've told that story 100 times. I bet he's told it 1,000 times. Wherever he is, I hope he's having a great day. Oh, we're near the end of the soundtrack because it's playing Final Dungeon music. That's the Taco Bell story. Which is a lot nicer than some of the things that happened at Taco Bell when I was a teenager because, yeah, like I said, he probably told that story way more than I have. I mean, I probably made that kid's day. And by the way, I didn't really leave anything for him. I flushed like a normal person. I'm not a weirdo, you know. But that was just something that I thought would be really funny to say. I'm not inconsiderate like that, but yeah, that was fun. Now I just get Taco Bell on an app, and it shows up at my house, so. It's a little different now. The times they are a-changin'. Oh my god. Alright, since we're doing this, and because it's another fast food story, I feel like I might have said this last week, so I'm going to ask it. Did I tell you the bacon story? I know Moogle's sitting there like, oh shit. You love spending money on food delivery? Yeah, the spending money part ain't so great, but the food arriving at your house part is awesome. That part rules. There's one time because I always I like the Taco Bell sauces in the little packets, and I always tell them, give me like a whole bunch of them, because I use them for other shit. Like I put them on my eggs, all different kinds. I make nachos with them. I want as many Taco Bell sauces as is legally allowable, And this one time, this delivery guy, the Uber driver, or Uber Eats, not Uber Eats, what do you call it? Not Grubhub. What is it called? Shit, DoorDash. The DoorDash kid. He's this 23-year-old guy who looks like he was cast in like every stoner movie from 2000 whatever. And I'll tell you the bacon story in a second. And he's got my bag of food, and then he's got another bag, and it's kind of heavy, and he hands it to me, and he goes, I got you an ass load of sauces, bro. And it's like he went ham. I was like, oh my god, you hooked it up. Hold on, I gotta change the tip to like 30%. Holy fuck. The dude hooked me up. I still have some of that sauce. Okay, the bacon story. So this is going way back because I was 17 during this story. So keep in mind that I was literally a teenager during this. And I had like my first sort of real job, which was working at Wendy's. And so I had this job at Wendy's, and it was during the summer, and it was a really, really busy day. And it was really just like the end of my shift. I think I had like a 7 to 4 or something like that, right? And because we didn't have breakfast at this Wendy's, but we didn't open really early, but we got there really early because you had to prep all the shit for the fucking salad bar. Because Wendy's used to have this fucking salad bar, which was a nightmare. Thank fuck they don't have that anymore. But anyway, we had this salad bar, and that you had to get there early and like prep all the ingredients for it and shit. But anyway, you know, so it was like around 4 or whatever the end of my shift was, and it was really busy. Yeah, Wendy's had a salad bar. Yeah, it wasn't just salad. They had like hot food there. They had like the chili and like mac and cheese and like taco stuff, all this weird shit. This was 1996, I believe. I was 7. No, it was 1997. Sorry, it was 1997. And I was a kid. I was working at the Wendy's. It was like my first like real job. So anyway, the line. The reason I mentioned the salad bar is because it's the year you were born. Oh dear. I told you I'm old. I'm still cool, but I'm old. All right, I'm not like old, but I am middle-aged. Anyway. The line was wrapped around the salad bar. It was really long, and it was like the end of my shift. It was like 10 minutes before the end of my shift, and there was a really long line, and it was really busy, and it was the summer, so it was hot, you know, like, yes, they have air conditioning, but when it's that hot and there's that many bodies in one spot, it's not that effective, you know? It's like throwing an ice cube at a fire. It doesn't really do anything. So anyway, I'm miserable. I hate this place, you know, I hate everything. And this guy comes up, doesn't bother with the line, he just comes right to the front. And usually when people do that, when they skip the whole line like that, it's because they're not looking to order food, they're looking to, they have an issue. And I see he's holding a hamburger, so I figured there's something wrong with his order. So anyway, I finish with whoever I was, you know, taking their order, and I say, yeah, how can I help you? And he's got this hamburger, and the issue was that he ordered the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, but he got a Junior Deluxe, which doesn't have bacon on it. Wait, let me read this here. Secondly, I get loads of time to think. I mean, properly think. Deeply, like we don't do so much anymore. Once I had this amazing thought and got so lost in it that I zoned out completely. That's called disassociating, Sheila. Those kids couldn't believe their luck. They got 2 whole minutes on the ride for $1. Well, I guess that's really cool for the kids. Alright, so anyway, he ordered the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, but he got the Junior Deluxe, which like it has more vegetables on it, but it doesn't have bacon. So he's like, yeah, I got the wrong thing. I ordered the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger, and it doesn't have bacon on it. So, you know, I open it up and take a look at it, and I'm like, yeah, we fucked up. All right, no problem. I'll get you one. Just hang tight, right? I want to stress, this guy was the opposite of a Karen. He was so polite about it, right? It almost looked like he wanted to apologize for bothering me, when it was clearly like our mistake, right? So this guy was nice, right? So anyway, I go back to the sandwich station. There's this girl, God, what was her name? I think her name was Kathy, which is fucking weird because that's also my mom's name. But, you know, she's this little 16-year-old girl that was working there, and she was considered to be really good at making sandwiches because she's really fast, and she didn't usually make mistakes. But everybody makes mistakes, so it's not like a big deal, and the customer wasn't like upset or anything. So I just went back and I showed it. I said, hey, yo, bacon cheeseburger's got bacon on it. I need you to make me another one. So she's like, all right, yeah. And she's like barely paying attention to me because it's so busy and she's making so many sandwiches. And, you know, because they only had like the one person making sandwiches, which is fucking stupid, but that's how they ran it. Anyway, she puts another one up on the thing. I hand it to the guy. I'm like, here you go, boss. And, you know, he fucks off or whatever. 2 minutes goes by, and the guy's back with the burger. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? And he's like, really, like, still not upset, looking very apologetic, even though he didn't do anything wrong. And he's like, it still doesn't have bacon on it. And I'm like, what? Let me see that. And I open it up, and I'm like, hold on, I'm going to get this sorted out. I don't know how the fuck that happened twice in a row. So I go back to the sandwich station. And now I'm kind of annoyed because, like, trying to get the fuck out of here. You know, it's like 3 minutes to the end of my shift, you know, and I'm dealing with this bullshit. And so, and I'm like, yo, what, do you not understand what bacon is? And she's like, what? And I'm like, I got you in here to remake a Junior Bacon that you didn't put bacon on, and you still didn't put bacon on it. Like, what is the deal with that, you know? And she's like, I don't understand what you want. And I'm like, I want you to make a Junior Bacon cheeseburger for the customer. And she's just like, she's stressed out, right? She's stressed out. And she says, I'm not making it. I don't know why, but she says she's not making it. And I'm like, the hell you ain't. Now, I want to point out that, like, I'm facing her at the sandwich place. So everything in the restaurant is behind me. The only thing that's in front of me is the sandwiches and the grill and, you know, like where the fries are and all that. So all the customers and everything, that's all behind me. I did not know at this point that my manager was right behind me. She did not know that the manager was right behind me, because the manager was this small woman who, if she's standing behind me, you don't see her because she's, you know, she's short. So neither of us knows that the manager's there. The general manager of the place, right? So I'm laughing already. So I'm like, the hell you ain't making it. It's your job. Make the fucking bacon cheeseburger, right? So she starts making it. And then she realizes that she's pissed. And she's like, I'm not making it. And she throws it at me. I need to switch scenes here. I need to be bigger for this. I'm big. Okay. So she takes this. No, there's no hamburger, because the way they do it is they make the sandwich first and then they ask the grill person to put the hamburger on it. So there's no, it's just vegetables and like mayo and whatever the fuck else, right? And she goes, I'm not making it. And she throws it at me. I'm 2 feet away. I'm very close to her. Somehow she still kind of misses. It just sort of glances off my arm, right? The hamburger hits me and just falls to the ground. The whole fucking place goes quiet. Everybody, like, because you hear all this chattering. It's a busy fucking place. It goes quiet. It's like one of those old movies in like the Western saloon when somebody comes in with like a gun and everybody's like, you know. So it was like that. It got really quiet. Keep in mind, manager's right behind me. And I didn't know that, but I also didn't know that my sister was there. My sister was there online because my dad was there to like pick me up because I didn't have a car yet. And my sister was like, I'm going to get a Frosty. And she went in. So she was on the line and she witnessed this whole thing. So I don't know any of that though. I'm like really just, and I just kind of looked down at my arm like this. And there's like this glob of burger sauce on it. And I just kind of like brush it off. And she's this short little, she's looking up at me like, oh, I think I might have fucked up, you know? Like, why did I throw that? And I just calmly reach into the sandwich toppings and I grab a fistful of bacon. And I go, this is what bacon looks like! And I just like throw it at her. And it just sort of, like, you ever see that gif of the woman where the hot dogs are, like, hitting her face? And she's just like... It was like that, except it was pieces of bacon. And, like, one's kind of hanging off her ear. And then she just starts laughing really hard. She's cracking up. And then everybody starts laughing, except for me. Because I was angry and pissed off. And the manager... The manager was still there. She's laughing too. I'm just like, move aside. And then like, I made the sandwich for the guy. The grill guy's in his own universe. He's the only one who doesn't know. And I was like, can I get a small patty? And he puts it on there. I put like so much bacon on this man's sandwich too. And then I just calmly walk over to the guy. Here's your sandwich. And he's just like, thank you. And I was like, I made sure there's bacon on it, sir. And he's like, oh, yeah. And everybody's just, like, laughing so hard. And I don't know that it's funny yet because I'm still in my own feelings. I'm still really, really fucking angry. And I finally noticed the manager, and she's sitting there like, you know, and I'm just like, I'm clocking out. I'm leaving. And she's like, see you tomorrow, you know, and I'm like, and I get in the car, and I'm like, my dad's there, and he's like, hey, did you have a good day? And I'm like, let's leave. You know, I'm like so pissed. And he's like, oh, we gotta wait for Kristen. And I'm like, what is she doing here? Where is she? You know, I'm so pissed. And he's like, well, she went in to get a Frosty. You know, and he's like, are you okay? Like, what happened? I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. And then my sister gets in the car and she's like, yo, John went crazy. He threw bacon at some bitch. And I'm like, oh no, now I have to tell the story and I really don't want to. So then I come into work the next day and they're just like, that was the funniest thing that that ever happened. And they're like, and I'm like, it wasn't funny. I'm still angry the next day. I'm like, it wasn't funny. And they're like, oh my God, no, it was so funny. Like, even the girl was like, yeah, it was really funny. And I'm like, it wasn't funny. And it was like, this was before we even had a sandwich called the Baconator. We had something called the Big Bacon Classic or something, right? And there was no Baconator yet. They hadn't invented 6 slices of bacon yet. You can only get 3. So, the day after that, it was like, so is it funny to you yet? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking hilarious, actually. Now I see that. I had to calm down. That was probably one of the angriest situations that I was ever in. Because it was like a full 2 days before I realized that it was actually really funny. Yeah, BB before Baconator. Exactly. In the year of our Lord Dave Thomas. Yeah. I gotta drink some water. That's the bacon story. Did the music stop? That was the end of it. How could that be the end of it? I didn't hear the ending scene. That was the final boss music. Where's the credits? The credits song is literally the best song in the... I'll find it separately. Literally the best song in the whole soundtrack, and it wasn't part of that playlist. There it is. How the fuck? I love story times too, especially when I'm telling it to somebody that hasn't heard the story like a million fucking times, you know? Oh man, I tell you, man, that was the bacon story. Ugh. The manager wasn't even pissed. Like, she didn't even care that, like, somebody threw a hamburger and then I wasted a bunch of bacon by throwing it in somebody's face. And, because to her, it was the funniest thing she'd ever seen. So she was just like, y'all ain't even in trouble, you know? TJ Maxx. You had a serial pooper? Oh no. See, now, okay, this is the kind of person I am. When I hear a statement like that they would take the shit and then run, my first thought is, bro, you didn't even wipe, though. That's my thought. That's my immediate thought. Is, bro, you didn't even wipe. How could you just do... I once saw a video on YouTube. This was back when YouTube was a lawless hellhole. Where you could just put up anything. Where a guy... This was the video. The guy took a shit off of a building. Like, he went up to the roof of a building and pooped off the building. That guy wiped. Okay? That guy wiped. He didn't just run. He stopped and he wiped. You have to wipe. I just can't abide by these thoughts of somebody having a dirty butthole. I remember reading one of those Reddit stories about these guys that get it in their head that it's not manly to wipe or even clean their ass because they think it's like, oh, you're you're gay because you're touching a guy's butt, and I'm like, bro, that's stupid. Like, you touch your own wiener when you jerk off. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, I remember hearing that story, and I told it to my brother-in-law, because he doesn't do Reddit, or he doesn't know any of this shit, right? Told it to my brother-in-law, and he was just like, what? They don't? I was like, they don't wipe, they don't wash their ass. And he's like, oh my god, that's so fucking disgusting. And I'm like, I know. And I told him, bro, every time I take a shower, I think of that. I think of that. Because I'm keeping myself clean. Why ain't you? What the fuck's your problem, right? And the next time I talk to him, he's like, now every time I take a shower, I'm thinking that too. I was like, every time you're like, oh my god, I can't believe there's motherfuckers out there who don't wash their ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Why you gotta be nasty like that? I say as this super emotional music from Lufia 2 plays. Well, this isn't even the emotional part, but it's coming up. Like, what is wrong with... So, when I hear that, because I've heard that term before, serial pooper, I know exactly what it means. Oh, man, yeah, because you gotta, like, get in there with the wax and everything, and... I mean, at least if people are coming to you to remove the hair, then you would think that they're interested in sort of, like, just staying clean. But... For the sake of Scooter and everyone else that does a job similar to Scooter's, it's great that you're getting that, you know, that afro removed from your asshole, but her job involves removing hair, not dingleberries. So please wash your ass. There's a public service announcement from NecroVMX. You know what? I'll go further than that. A public service announcement from John Sierra, Tolkien scholar. All the hobbits wash their asses. That's canon now. I mean, bro, they combed the hair on their feet. The hair on their feet, they combed it. You know they were keeping their butts clean. If he took the time to give you the detail that their hairy ass feet, that they were keeping that shit neatly combed, probably styled too, I would imagine, for some of the ladies, you know that they weren't just squatting and just like letting nature take care of it, right? Absolutely, right? There's no way they aren't. They never talk about anybody going to the bathroom in The Lord of the Rings because it's just, it doesn't serve the plot at all. But there is a scene where they take a bath at Frodo's house. So it's because Frodo and Sam and Pippin were arriving, and Merry's just like, go have a bath. I got the water ready for you. All right, I need... Anybody got a request for some video game music that I can play here? We're out of Lufia 2 music. If it's something old and retro, that would be preferable. But just... anybody just shout out in the chat, kind of like what you want to hear while I wash this here. Also, I just used retro to mean old, and I'm going to punish myself for that later. Because retro doesn't mean old. I'm always banging that drum, and there I go. Chrono Trigger? I just played Chrono Cross last time, bro. Give me something else. Give me something else, please. I just played Chrono Cross last time. I know it's a different composer and everything, but come on. I'm looking for something a little more, you know, that like we haven't played a million times. Illusion of Gaia? Okay, holy fuck, that's a good one. I hadn't thought of that soundtrack in a while. I was just thinking of Soul Blazer, but you're talking about the sequel here. There we go. Illusion of Gaia. Ba, 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 ba. Boy, that's a game that makes no sense at all. The story in that game is basically there's some random shit that happens, but who cares? It's fun. There is no point that Illusion of Gaia ever starts making sense. I remember I asked her to tell me about it, because I was like, is it just a really bad translation? Like, she's like, no, it's just, it doesn't make sense in Japanese either. Alright, bet. Oh, we got that Fremunda cheese here. Alright. Oh. But yeah, wash your buttholes, peace. Everybody in chat. And just that we're all wiping. And I'm playing as the human bidet here, so it makes perfect sense that we're talking about nether region cleanliness. You know, wash your stank ass. When I worked at the brain injury center, there were a lot of clients or patients who they had issues with bathing, and not that they physically couldn't, but that they mentally had issues doing it. And it was part of our job to try to talk them into it, to try to convince them to take a shower, because you can't force somebody. You can only convince somebody to take a shower. I actually got pretty good at convincing people to take a bath or a shower and wash their ass. Oh, fuck off, Wayne. Brown sauce. What is the brown sauce? What kind of sauce is it? It's brown. Wasn't asking for a description there, was I, Nigel? Brown sauce is what you're gonna have if you don't wash your ass. That's really gross. Well, Wayne told the bacon story again. And the Frank Zappa one. Oh yeah, no, you gotta use a, you know, like a loofah or something that, you know, get rid of the dead skin, because it just, otherwise you're gonna be itchy. You're gonna be itchy. Who wants that, right? I was reminded of a scene from like an episode of Beavis and Butthead, where Beavis just like, "Hey, buddy, is it normal for the inside of your bunghole to itch?" It's not normal to ask that, Beavis. Wait, what other like really like legendary story other than the bacon thing and the Frank Zappa thing should I tell, since we're having story time? Oh, I also told the Taco Bell one. I'm drawing a blank right now, even though I know I have like a ton of other ones. So I request your assistance, if you're still there. I know you kind of lurk in and out. Or if anybody else wants to chime in. Yeah, I know, that's the problem, right? A lot of funny shit has happened to me. And some not so funny shit. But we try to concentrate on the funny shit. Oh man. Yeah, we're having a good day today. Gotta say it was a good day. Oh man, I'm not gonna like name every job I've ever had, but I worked in healthcare quite a lot, though. I did a lot of healthcare. Like at the brain injury place and a lot of places like that, you know? Never again, by the way. Never again. That place ruined it for me. I can't do that anymore. There we go. Oh, man. It is. It is. It is completely fucking horrible. And it's never, like, because of, like, the patients or whatever, right? Like I said, like, there were some that were pains in the asses. Like, there was one lady who never wanted to shower. That was pretty fucking awful, but it was always the management. They're just terrible people. Everything is just completely destroyed by capitalism and just fuck everything. You know what I mean? What radicalized you? I worked in healthcare. Fucking horrible. I mean, most of the stories about the patients there are not that funny unless you knew the person. Some of them are really sad, and I'm not all about spreading sadness right now, but But I just hated the people that ran the place. Like, they were horrible. A new job is available. Let's see. Royce and Joyce. Illustrawash. Is there any chance you can get yourself to Washington to clean up our interactive solar system? We've had an incident. Yo, everybody be having incidents in this place. Everybody be having crazy incidents. The incident. At least that place, that most of the patients weren't, like, violent. I had one that was kind of violent. She was not super violent, but she liked to pinch people. She would just grab people and pinch them, or if you go for a handshake, she would try to squeeze your hand really, really hard. Right? And one time she tried that shit on me. She holds out her hand like for a handshake, and I'm like, I know what you're gonna do, but whatever. So, look at my hands, okay? I'm just saying, look at my fucking hands. And she starts squeezing really hard, and I'm just looking at her like, are you done? And she starts squeezing as hard. She's like really trying, you know? And I'm like, I said, you're not gonna hurt me. And she's like, fuck you. And I'm like, you're not gonna do that either, lady. Are we done? And she let go, you know? One time I was sitting at the table with her, and she just reached over and sort of pinched my arm. And I looked at her. Remember, I was midnight to 8. So I said, why don't you go to bed before you do something stupid and get yourself into trouble? She's like, that's a good idea. I was like, do not make me do paperwork. But it was horrible. I would not recommend healthcare. Unless you just, like, unless it's a calling, right? Yo, we be 72 months, Prime Sub, what's going on? Coming at ya. The EB agent, J. And we all know what J stands for. Joanna. Let's, spam some emotes, you guys. Oh, man. How's it going, EB? What's up? Oh, man. There is something really wrong with me today. Joanna. Oh, man. You only had a few hours of sleep so far? Yo, you and me both, right? I woke up, it was like 10:30, and I'm like, do I really have to wake up? Can't I just, like, not be up? We just love to just roll out of bed and just immediately go to the computer and play Powerwash Simulator, but no! I had to get up. Alright. Boing. Oh, man. See, now we're having... Oh, God. One of the Digimon in your party you named Mrs. Moogle. Moogle! Congratulations! I didn't know you got married, bro. Everybody slept like shit last night. Is this some sort of lunar cycle thing going on? I've been recently sleeping like shit because my acid reflux has been acting up. Yesterday I doubled up on the med. That helped, but I still didn't sleep. He wishes he could marry this Digimon. Well, I don't know. She's Mrs. Moogle, and he's the Moogle Master, so it kind of sounds like you officiated their wedding. But yeah, we were just having story time because Scooter's kind of new to the community, and let's see, I told the Taco Bell story, I told the bacon story, and I told the Frank Zappa thing. You didn't get to bed till 10 in the morning. Bro, why are you partying too hard? You're just partying too hard. With your Digimons. So, you rock out with your Digimon hat. Oh my. You know, I went into the playthrough thinking Digimon's some weird shit. And nothing about watching you play that game, EB, has made me change my mind. But keep in mind that also weird shit is not a bad thing. It just is what it is. It's weird shit. I mean, when you stop and think about it, Pokemon's some fucking weird shit, too. This is definitely a level where they would have expected you to have gotten the floor unit. Also, you had an aunt that worked in a tampon factory. It was like right when Scooter joined the Discord, she looks at the schedule and it's like, okay, what the fuck, Tampon Tuesday? Like, okay, time to tell that story. Calm down, Moogle. You have no idea. Like, I will say calm down, Moogle, in real life. Like, when there's nobody around. The opportunity will present itself. Be like, calm down, Moogle. Like, I'm not even on a Discord call or anything. I'm just fucking chilling in the crib. I'll be watching TV. And something will be on the screen. I'll go, calm down, Moogle. Some kind of beach ball situation, you know. Dude, Moogle, if Moogle was a cartoon... Let's talk about this for a moment, right? If Moogle was a cartoon... Yeah, that's kind of what I was about to say when you came in. I was like, it has to be a calling, otherwise you're in it for the wrong reason. And the raging narcissists ruin it for everybody else. They really do. But anyway, if Moogle was a cartoon, and whatever fucking show he was on had a beach episode, right? And there'd be all, like, you know, these girls in their bikinis and shit. And meanwhile, he's off to the side with a beach ball and a glass of wine, you know? And they're all like, come on, Moogle, come play volleyball. And he's just like, in a minute. Not right now. Yeah, they definitely expect you to get the floor unit for levels like this, but fuck it, I was saving up for this, John. Huh? Oh, that was bad. She made foam padding for sports equipment. That's useful too. I just still love how, like, when you mentioned, you just casually mentioned, oh, my aunt worked at a tampon factory. Half the chat's like, what? Tampon factory? There's tampon factory. And the other half is like, what the fuck do you think? Of course there's tampon factories. Where do you think they come from? They don't just spring out of holes in the ground. Look at that. See? The ultimate tampon lore is that tampons were created to treat bullet wounds. No beach ball and inflatable husky. Yeah, I think it would... he's not going to risk anything happening to the inflatable husky by bringing it to the beach. I remember I once asked about the inflatable animals. I was like, Moogle, what is the appeal of the giant inflatable dog? And he's like, they could be fun. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good. That's all the information I need. I don't really need anything else. Thank you for your time. I actually did tell that part last week because I remember you telling me about how there's 2 factories. Although I didn't remember which one your aunt worked at. Yeah, you know, like a big balloon. That's Moogle's hobby. He collects these inflatable dogs and shit. They're like these like plastic balloons. And I didn't know this, but apparently they're also really fucking expensive. Yeah, he's really into balloons. I don't kink shame. I just occasionally might ask kink. I might kink ask what the fuck, but I don't even think it's a kink at this point. This is Moogle is what he is. He's the homie, though. This sand part, there's still something that's not... The red color really doesn't help me here, but I don't really want to change it right now. Ah! Aha! Aha! There we go. Just the just what you said. Inflatables panel? Excuse me. It may not start as a kink, but it always ends as a kink. That's real. That's real. There's always that one motherfucker who's going to take it to the extreme, right? I'm getting texted by Sheila here. What that amazing thought was... Oh, I'm at 70%. Wow. Isn't it weird how some people have the perfect name for their jobs? Like, there was a famous detective from around here called Penelope Proof. Excuse me, what? But get this, she used to be a baker. Bet she rose through the ranks! She's like, you know what? I got fired from my baking job. My name is Proof. What else can I do? Detective work. No, that's the way that I try to look at it, right? That's the way that I try to look at it. So you collect dolls, he collects beach balls and stuff, right? I try not to think of it as something that's kinky. And if it is, well, that's none of my goddamn business now, is it? Except sometimes Moogle likes to send me pictures and DMs of something that he got, and I'd be like, bro, I didn't really need to see that. Just saying. Detective work is easy. High school kids and Digimon do it? Oh dear. From what I understand, real-life detective work is mostly just following people around and snapping pictures of them cheating on their spouses and stuff. 99% boring. Still, the craziest thing that happened in that game was that one guy who, the Digimon, was in love with him. But she was like a plant. Like, well, let me tell you about this guy named Markiplier. You know, it's interesting because you always say that your grandmother, you know, says he's a bastard and everything. But then she'll defend him. Yeah, he's like, I'm not into women. You know. Or plants. I mean, imagine if you find out that your kink is something that really sucks, right? Like imagine you're into cactuses or something, you know, and you're like, oh man, why did this have to be my thing? Why? Oh no. Unzip. Oh, this is gonna suck. You know, like pants go down. That sounds like the opposite of... You've heard of the concept of fun? That sounds like the opposite. It might be one of those situations where she's saying things that she thinks is normal, but it's actually horrifying. Like, remember that one King of the Hill where Hank was talking about how his dad used to... He made him pajamas made out of like chamois, and he had him crawl all over the car. He says, my daddy made me a chamois pajamas and I crawled around the car till it shone like Christmas. On the DVD version, where there's the commentary track that's it's actually done by Peggy and Bobby. And Peggy says, your father thinks that's a wonderful story. I say it's child abuse. Like, yeah. That's the thing. People will tell these stories and they'll be like, isn't that funny? And you're like horrified. You're like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, that's horrible. That's horrible. But to them, it's a fond family memory. Yeah, that's exactly it. You tell a funny story, what you think is a funny family story, and everybody's like, oh, that happened to you? Are you okay? And you're like, oh, it was funny. Like, trust me, it wasn't funny. This isn't at all like throwing bacon in somebody's face. Calm down, Moogle. Remember that episode of The Simpsons that, I'm just reminded of this. Stephen Hawking was on? And one of his last gags was saying something like, Homer, I find your idea of a donut-shaped universe intriguing. What's fucked up is that since then, a lot of scientists are starting to think that the universe might be shaped like a donut. They call it a torus, but that's the shape. It was my bacon story from when I worked at Wendy's, you know? This is what bacon looks like and all that. Remember how I didn't think it was funny at the time, but everybody else did? Because I was so fucking pissed. Oh, God. Goddamn, put some bacon in the pan. Hey now. C-A-P-R-E-T-R-O. Let's all give it up for the Captain of Retro. I forgot how ambient Illusion of Gaia's soundtrack is. Yeah, this is giving me a lot of like feelings of like the golf course from the first game. McCrispy. That's such a weird name for it. Wait a minute. Who's actively trying to harm queer kids now? Is it Wendy's? I haven't had Wendy's in a really long time. Mostly because I don't like that whole tomato thing. Oh, that one. Well, I've never had that, and I never will. From what I'm being told by people that I think are authorities on fried chicken, their chicken ain't even good, so... Even if I was going to put my morals aside, I wouldn't want to eat the shit. Yeah, I know, but it used to be called, like... It used to be called, like, McChicken or something, and then they're like, now it's McCrispy. And I'm like, McCrispy sounds like a rap name for some kid who doesn't know any better. Actually, no, it wasn't the McChicken. It was something like home-style chicken or something. I guess they felt that wasn't snappy enough. Yeah, I was mistaken. It wasn't the... It was called, like, home-style chicken or some shit like that. It's the one with pickles on it. You know why people be getting bacon on it? Because apparently Chick-fil-A doesn't have bacon. Because, you know, like, it's sinful or something. Oh, she's talking again. I've just had another thought. Those reptiles in my ride aren't gators, they're crocs. Wait a minute. Are you for real? That's a croc. You can tell by the teeth. Oh boy, hope no one notices. You don't tell by the teeth, you knob! You clod! It's the shape of the snout. Yeah, I never had it, but I remember back before it was called that, my mom told me about it. They're like, oh, this is a home-style chicken or whatever. She's like, the roll is sweet, and it's got like pickles on it, and it's really, really good. But I was very in my grilled chicken era then. I also haven't been... The only fast food that I like get regularly now is Taco Bell. Hey now. Because let's be real, sometimes you need tacos and burritos. I know, right? I was playing Lufia 2 music earlier, and I said, alright, I need a request for somebody for what music I'm playing, preferably something old. And Moogle said Chrono Trigger, and I was like, I just played Chrono Cross last time, and I don't want to play something I've played a million times. Give me something different. And he said Illusion of Gaia. Well, Illusion of Gaia is the middle part of a trilogy, so... This particular song wasn't in Soul Blazer, but it might have been in Terranigma. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played Terranigma. We also, EB, you're gonna love this. We also had a whole discussion about washing your damn ass. Remember when I found out that there's guys who think it's wrong to wash your ass, and how horrified I was when I found that out? And even if it was, so what? Oh, I get it, because it says no fishing, and he's fishing. There you go, see? You say a noted queer, like you've been recognized by the council or something, right? Like you're the ace laureate, right? You're the ace laureate and the vice president of Transmask Enbies. No. No, I don't, because I'm not invited, and that's cool because, you know, you have your secrets. I can tell you that we don't have straight meetings. We don't have them. Maybe we should. We could have meetings about how not to suck so bad. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no Pride events near me. I'm in a pretty, gross part of Pennsylvania. You put that your solution. Oh no. Wait a minute. Was that involving that movie we saw? No thanks. I feel like I'm like regular size Rudy and I'm having the asthma attack and Bob's just like, I'm gonna try breathing in your mouth. No thank you. Oh, that was a good movie, but no thanks. I'm good on that. I don't want to merge with anybody. That's why you don't drink stagnant water. Of course, only he drank the water at the place. She got fed it by that guy. I wasn't feeling it at first either, and the reason was because I'm like thinking, this couple is infuriating. Like, he's a dick, and she's too stupid to realize he's a dick, but then I started to like it. Like, it was a good movie. It was just that, like, oh my god, these people suck. I'm like, why are you with him? And to him, I'm like, why are you? Hey now. Alright, what's left? Oh, like the whole top of the thing. How much money do I have right now, by the way? Oh, shit, I can get the extra long thing. Okay, so we want to get this one. Boing! Up. Starring the good Franco brother. Honestly, I didn't even know he had a brother till that. By the way, you know how I'll say somebody looks like this one and that one had a baby and then peed on it? I knew that I got that from somewhere. But I did not remember where I got it from. I knew that there was a comedian that said that. And I adapted it to other things, but I have no idea. I forgot the source until recently. So it was actually Jeff Ross that said it. He was doing a roast of Drew Carey, and he said, "You look like Buddy Holly and Barney Rubble had a baby and then peed on it." I was like, "That's where I got it from." Wait, he was in Superbad? I've seen Superbad. Who was he in that? Shit, man, that was a weird fucking movie. Honestly, the whole time I was thinking she reminds me of somebody and I couldn't place it, and then June said it. It was like, she looks like Shelley Duvall, and I'm like, yes, she does look like Shelley Duvall. Greg, the soccer player. Yeah, I guess I don't really remember who that is. It's been too long. I guess it might have been a minor role. Boing. Hey, T. Oh, over here. Army matey. Oh god, I fell. Good thing there's no fall damage, right? Oh wait, this is a scissor lift right there. Let me just use that instead. That's more fun. There we go. I really would explain the Bionicle lore. I'm not into Bionicle, but it sounds fun. Ah! Mom, this is like that. Remember that? I showed you that thing, it was like Ash gets a Digimon. It was like the first dorkly bit ever. Well, this is like that time you got me Bakugan instead of Beyblade. Now you're just saying nonsense words. Yeah, you're just saying shit at this point, right? Oh, it's another egg nest. I don't even know what Bakugan is. I know that Beyblade involves tops. And no bottoms. But I have no idea about Bakugan. I don't really know what it is. I remember the comments in that video were like, dude, Beyblade is lame compared to Bakugan. But I'm like, I still don't know what it is. Don't you know that I am the immortal ghost of Frank Zappa? Moving to Montana soon. Oh, okay. I guess that sounds kind of fun. I would have been into that if it existed when I was young. What is there, like a fucking cabana up here? I thought this was a carnival ride. Did the music stop? Hold on. Yes, I'm still watching, you wiener. Damn wiener kids are listening. We're not wieners. Then why are you wearing those stupid outfits? We'll just overdub Homer Simpson with Duke Nukem. The Are You Dead? Yeah, exactly. But it only happens when I'm doing like a playlist. If it's like a really long video where like all the songs are in one video, it doesn't do that. But if I leave a playlist on, it does it like constantly. Like YouTube has a dead man switch. They're like, we're trying to save bandwidth. You are owned by Google. Go buy more bandwidth and stop fucking trying to put AI in my email inbox. That's what I woke up to, by the way. They're like, Gemini features are now free in Gmail, and I'm like, so what does it do? It helps you write emails. I don't even want to write emails. There's like 3 people that I email, and I have to have the spoons to do it. Yeah, it's like the dead man switch on a train, where you have to have your hand on the thing to make the train go. God, this power washer is amazing. I basically, like, didn't buy half of the power washers in this game. Like, check it out. So there's, like, 2 lines of them. Like, there's the, well, this is the floor one. But there's the Prime Vista line, and there's the Urban line. And I like the Urban line more, so I basically didn't buy any of the Prime Vistas, and I just kept skipping ahead so that I could eventually get the Urban Extreme. The only thing is it doesn't get a triple nozzle. It gets this thing. The Prime Vista Pro gets the triple nozzle. Yeah, that's my gunny bear. He's being dramatic. He's being dramatic. Which is his favorite thing to do. I can't even take the trash down without him, like, barking about it. And then screaming the whole time that I'm not in the same plane of existence as him, according to him. You know, he's just thinking, oh, you're not, I can't see you or know exactly where you are. Let me just do this. Oh! You know? But he is Babby. How is Babby formed? It's that Great Wall of China level, I think. He has literally done that. Maybe like that's not even a joke. He has literally done that. Like, he'll be sleeping and he'll like, dude, that was your ass. Chill. He's also the type of dog to bark at you for if you stop petting him. I think most dogs have done that at one point or another. Like, I'm trying to think if Gibbs ever did it. Well, Gibbs was never scared by anything, that's the thing. The only thing he was, like, scared of is not being in the same room as me. He wasn't like Gunny, who doesn't want me to be downstairs. He didn't even want me to be in the kitchen. Sweet. Boing. Why is there like a lounge area on the roof of the roller coaster ride? Like, what the fuck? You can't ring the doorbell. If anybody rings the doorbell, he loses it. It's like for the next like day or two, he'll be on edge. That's why when I get Grubhub, I have to like meet them outside. Usually I bring him out with me. That way he can see that it's just a person with food and not an axe murderer. There's a basketball court hidden inside the Matterhorn? Wow. It's a reverse X-Men. Sign, sign, wash my sign. Breaking up the scenery, blowing my mind. Do this, do that, won't you wash the sign? Oh, okay, makes sense, I guess. See, you learn something new every day. Yeah, we were talking about copyright earlier, and I was like, how copyright once lasted like 15 years or whatever. Now it's 95. Thanks, Disney. We're an evil corporation, huh? We have more money than God, but we can always use more, huh? Oh, well. Whoa. Oh. It's on HBO Max as well, apparently, because my mom's been watching it. Because after you told me that, I asked her, I was like, bro, you watching ER on Hulu? She's like, no, on HBO. I'm like, okay, never mind. We have to stop that rat bastard. Oh, Scooter. Okay, so when my nephew was really little, and when my nephew Bobby, he's a troubled teen now, but he was once a cute baby. And when he was first learning to talk, and this is completely my fault, he called Mickey Mouse Rat. And it was because we had this picture of Mickey Mouse over the house, and I was carrying him. And I said, is that Mickey Mouse or is that Mickey Rat? And he just goes, Rat. Rat. And from then on, he never called him Mickey Mouse. It was Rat. Or sometimes it was Mickey Rat. Like, if he wanted to watch that fucking show, you know, hot dog, hot diggity dog, he'd point at the TV, Rat. 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 It was so cute. My sister bought these cheese, they're just cheese, but they were shaped like a Mickey Mouse. He called it Rat Cheese. And he was like, rat cheese, you know. And my sister's like, who started this? And I'm like, that was me. My bad. And she's like, when? And I was like, it was a while ago. And I don't know. It imprinted upon him. I should remind him of that. Now that he's 14. Now that he's 14 and constantly getting into fucking trouble. Ugh. Rat. What would Rat do? Hey, Bobby, what would Rat do? And he'd probably be like, I don't know. Who's Rat? He's like, you know Rat. I don't know Rat, bro. He barely talks now. He talked more when he was a baby. I understand it. I was like that when I was 14. He's just like, why are you talking to me? Leave me alone, you know? I get it. I understand. He just needs to get his shit together, though. He's been in a lot of trouble recently. Ugh. My sister's like kind of at her wit's end, you know? Yep. What would Rat do? The thing is, it's like, if he's into just like, look, what teenager doesn't want weed or beer or whatever, right? That's kind of normal. But he gets these vapes from like people at school or whatever. He doesn't know what they are. He doesn't know what he's inhaling. And he takes it and he gets sick. At one point he was projectile vomiting, you know, so he's like, who the fuck knows what's in that shit? Apparently some girl gave him her medication and he took it and he just passed the fuck out. And my sister had a hard time waking him up, and that's when she went through all his stuff and found all these vapes, and also took his phone, and that's when she found out about the medication and everything. So it's not even that he's vaping so hard, it's just he's getting... wherever it's not coming from a dispensary. You know what I mean? It's coming from some fucking sketchy guy or whatever, you know? And you don't know what's in it. He doesn't know what he's vaping. He steals his stepfather's tools and turns them into pipes, which I admire the ingenuity and the craftsmanship, but God, he already got caught doing that years ago. Like when he was 12, he got caught doing that, and you thought, well, he learned his lesson because he was like grounded forever, and now he's doing it again. My brother-in-law is walking around like, where the fuck is my ratchet set? I can't find anything, and I was like, I think it might be a bong now, you know, like. You're watching the D plus. That could be a meme like she wants the D, but it's just like your Disney Plus password. I've been told you want the D. Now listen, I'll give you the password, but after you put it in, there's gonna be a 6-digit text, and then you're gonna have to call me and get it. It expires in 15 minutes. Like if I want to watch something on Disney Plus, I have to call my sister and be like, "Yo, I need this code when it comes through," because it's technically her account. All right, what's next? See, this is what I like about the sequel. You get this icon that points to the things that you haven't cleaned, and you don't have to highlight it to make it glow. It'll automatically glow, like that's glowing. When you're at like 98%, it starts doing that. She can't even get the A through C. Damn, that's kind of... Oh, that's kind of funny, though. Why am I thinking of Buckley and Leanne? Somebody get this skank off me! I made Buckley sound like the squeaky-voiced teen from The Simpsons, and that's incorrect. Wait, what is it that I'm supposed to be cleaning here? Oh, the seat. There we go. Something up there. Damn it. Alright. Also, the alligator's ass. D+ sounds like English grades in high school. Hi-yo! Bobby, how could you be failing English? You speak English. Huh. This whole thing? What part of it, though? Oh, I see. Hold on. There we go. Uh-huh. Just call me the human bidet. Washing the butthole that is this place. Oh. I guess I never finished the sign, huh? Oh, chill. Alright, go crazy. I gotta get on top of this shit. Uh-huh. Bum 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 bum. Totally normal. Happens all the time, right? Don't worry about it too much, right? Another alligator ass? Up to my ass in. Alligators, let's give it up for the alligator haters. Oh. Only 2 things left. This section of the track, I thought I got that shit. Probably I'm below it. Blow it. Alligator Ass Park. There's people that would go to that. Calm down, Moke. Aha! Hooray! New items available in the shop. Let's see this time lapse. Oh, it almost looks systematic. Oh yeah, there she is. Here's to another 18 years of Gator magic, eh? Stop by for a free ride whenever you like, if you can stand the G-force, that is. Yoo-hoo tastes like hot chocolate without the hot? Yeah, pretty much. You know there's no milk in that shit? I grew up drinking it, thinking it was chocolate milk, but there's no milk in it. It's fucking wild. Oh, I think there was more to that. Yeah, Yoo-hoo doesn't have milk in it. If you look at it, it says chocolate drink. What's in it? You know, I looked at the... Let's look it up. Let's look at the ingredients. Hold on. Hold on, let's do this. This could be fun. Yoo-hoo ingredients. There's no milk. I promise you. Here's Wikipedia. Yoo-hoo is an American brand of chocolate-flavored beverage that was created by Natalie Olivieri in Garfield, New Jersey in 1928 and is currently manufactured by Keurig Dr. Pepper. As of 2019, the drink is primarily made from water, high fructose corn syrup, and whey. Whey is like cheese juice. It's like not quite milk, but it's cheese. It's like cheese juice. It's like when they make cheese, they squeeze like all the watery part out of it. And that's what whey is. Delicious! Absolutely delicious. Alright, wait, no, I want to go to the home base. Sometimes I can't find what I'm doing here. How do I get to the home base again? Here we are. Chocolate water beverage. Wait. Chocolate rain. Some stay dry while others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. Ohio's agriculture's based on grain. Alright, what am I getting here? Something wrong with me, man. Oh, here we are. We got a whimsical chair, small. Traditional English chair reimagined with unique reupholstery. And of course it comes filthy, that's why we get it dirt cheap. If I could find it... Here it is. Curds and whey. There's no milk in you, what the hey? Curds and whey. Oh, what did I do? Where did it go? In my ass? What? I think I just pressed the wrong button. Hey! Now we're wait, why is this like this? Because the table wasn't there when I placed it, that's why. Yeah. Tezande still looks about 12, still sounds like God. He wrote a lot of poetry. Let's see. So we're going to do the solar system exhibit. Okay. This is from Royce and Joyce. To get kids into science, we've been upping the ante on interactivity here at the Washingham Museum. So excitement was through the roof on the opening of our all-new state-of-the-art solar system. If there's one word we want everyone to take from their time in Washingham, it's that's amazing. That's 2 words, you fucking asshole. Unfortunately, its opening coincided with the annual Great Chocolate giveaway in the town square. We were just talking about chocolate. And within seconds, we had 200 hyper kids running around putting their sticky paws on everything. Can you please help? But how all the way up in the... How? How? It was chocolate rain. Wait, I'm on the wrong washer even. What the fuck is going on right now? Yeah. Alright, there we go. Oh, hold on. YouTube thinks I'm dead. Oh, no, that was the end of it. Let's, you know what? I know what I want to play. Since we're on the quintet kick, why not, right? Hello, start from the beginning, please. That might be his calling right there, because the guy's voice is amazing. Spider-Man, baby? Huh? Venus. Wait a minute! This is it! EB, this is it. This is the level. I'm finally gonna get to wash Uranus. There's that little voice in my head. It's Uranus! I know, but come on, don't let the facts get in the way of a good joke. Wasn't that good? Shut up, me. Oh! Okay. Absolutely. There's probably an achievement if you, like, wash it first or something, but... I'm not doing all that. I'm just playing normally. We'll worry about achievements later. Damn it, Verizon is down? Oh, shit. I am, I guess, glad that I no longer have Verizon. Oh, I was wondering where you were. I was actually starting to get a little worried. Let's see. There's the sun. Earth. Saturn. A satellite. Mercury. Here it is! Let's wash Uranus! It's Uranus. This is perfect. I'm washing Uranus. Look at the stream title, y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is what it's all about. As you can see, those kids were as feral as you like. But was it the chocolate that sent them over the edge? Serendipitous indeed, right? Synchronicity, even. Or was it the excitement of seeing the solar system like never before? I am so glad I no longer have Horizon. I've got to be honest, when I first saw it, I ran around too. A lot. Dude, I get it. When I was a kid, I was all into space and shit. And chocolate. Still into chocolate. I washed the Yes, I'm washing chocolate off Uranus! How perfect is this? It's Uranus. I know me. I know. That little voice in my head saying it's Uranus. Uranus. Actually, Uranus is still funny because it sounds like urine. There's something there, right? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, you have that phobia of not being tethered to the world. Oh. I'm glad you kind of haven't seen that stupid meme that's been going around. I'm like space nerd light. Like, I'm not as devoted to it like when I was really young, but every once in a while I'll go on Wikipedia and like read about quasars or some shit, you know? Oh yeah, that's right, it's Eurectum now. We don't use that silly name anymore. It's Eurectum now. That was like one of the first couple episodes, I think. Man, Jupiter's got a fucking STD, too. That big red spot. This can't all be chocolate. Some of it's gotta be poop. Like, I don't know how the kids could get it out that high up, but... For real. See, that's why you never saw that movie, Gravity. And now it's a good thing, because we found out the director's a fucking shithead. Yep, it's big. It's actually shrinking now, from my understanding. Which makes sense, because the red spot literally is a storm. So eventually it's gonna die down, but it's still gonna take another couple of fucking million years. Oh, it goes... So it's pulsating? Wait a minute, so it is like herpes. Some of it, Jupiter's like having outbreaks. It's having stellar herpes. You've heard of genital herpes, but have you heard of stellar herpes? Oh, I thought it would take a really long time to, like, completely fade away. Because it's been there for a long time. Hey now. You probably know more than I do on the subject. Like I said, I'm not as much of a space nerd as I used to be when I was a kid. It's only been there a few centuries, see? I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. It hooked up with Uranus like a couple of centuries ago and has these flare-ups. It's rough. Yeah, that I did know. There's a YouTube channel I watched that would horrify you, but it involves simulating like falling into the planets and stuff. Oh god. That's why, like, I think that's part of the reason why the Powerwash guy is in a full hazmat suit. Because can you imagine the smells in some of these levels? Especially like the first game when you cleaned the temple and it was canonically all poop. At least we got to clean the inside of the temple in this game. That was kind of cool. I was like, there's no way they repeated a level. Maybe it's the inside. Turned out I was right. It was the inside. Ba 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 ba. And apparently the reason they didn't clean it for centuries is because they were silent monks and they couldn't put together a road of chores. Which is fucking hilarious. There's actually an exoplanet where it rains diamonds. Yeah, there you go. Ba 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 ba. Do 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 do. What planet is this? Neptune. Suddenly reminded of when I did a quiz on my YouTube channel one day, which is which of these characters from Tolkien doesn't have an asteroid or a satellite or any other kind of celestial body named after them. And nobody got it right because everybody assumed there would be a Galadriel out there, but there isn't. Apparently the women from the Lord of the Rings don't get asteroids and stuff, but they do get mountains. So there's like mountains on Mars that are named like Varda and Galadriel and Arwen and all this stuff. Well, ask him about Phantasy Star. Alright, I can't get up on Neptune. I'll have to find a stepladder or something. What are you doing, stepladder? It's stubby time. Derp, derp. See? See? Did I tell you? Let me see if I can find a stepladder or something. I wish you could, like, highlight equipment or something. So I can fucking see it. I don't think there's any. Wait, I'll just take a straight front jump. Nope. Wait a minute, this is fucking... This is Uranus. Oh, wait, I could jump on this. Derp. The challenge level that doesn't give you any equipment. Bah. Yeah, I saw that video when you linked to it. I hate that they do that because I know Tolkien would be like 1,000,000 years old. If, not 1,000,000, but he'd be really old if he was alive, right? You know? But can you imagine the letter he would have written to these guys? I mean, he told the Nazis to fuck the fuck off, so... Not literally using that sort of language, but that was the sentiment. He's using the devilry of Isengard, basically. By the way, just as a frustration, this is something that's been really frustrating me. When I look through Facebook now, it really seems like the feed is 90% AI. Like, everybody's posting these pictures and these videos, and, like, none of them are fucking real. And it's like... It's all these boomers posting this shit. And I'm like, bro, how did the generation who kept telling us don't believe everything that's on the internet, now they believe everything on the internet? Pisses me off. Yeah, but I'm not talking about searching. I'm just talking about just fucking Facebook. Like, everything is some video of a fake gorilla or... You know, it's just... I keep getting these gorilla videos. And they're all AI. And they're obvious, too. They're not even good. Oh, shit. Look at that, Pam. Pam is a very, like, boomer name, isn't it? Like, a younger person would probably go by Pamela. Like, Pam... Like, I don't think you can be Pam and be, like, less than 60 years old. Gross AI food videos that kill your appetite. Oh. Anytime I see gross food videos, I do two things. One is I leave them a comment, and then I block them so that I don't see any more of it. Facebook is the one platform where I don't give a fuck. Like, if they ban me, I'm fine, cool. I'm finally free. So, like, I'll say what I think, you know? There's this one guy, I don't know his name, but he does these videos, like, about proper etiquette. And, like, this is how to eat eggs, you know? And he'll be like, don't just do this like an animal, you know? And it's just like, I just want to, like, punch this guy. So every time I see one of his videos, I just post what an asshole and then block the account that's showing it. Because apparently he's got a lot of copycat accounts. But I saw something, a meme where somebody posted a screenshot of comments from this guy's video, and it was like, what is the proper etiquette for eating ass or something like that? And the guy actually replied to him and is like, you post this on every video, maybe you need help. And I'm just like, so you're not going to answer the question then? This is Soul Blazer, not Actraiser. Close, though. They're very similar. They came out around the same time. They have the same basic premise, and they were made by the same people. And they do share a composer. Absolutely, yeah. Actraiser is like the unofficial fourth part of the trilogy. Well, they don't share any songs, but they do share about half of the sound effects. Almost all the sound effects are either very similar or completely the same thing. Saturn's a dirty girl. I remember, this is reminding me of that one Tumblr post where somebody's going on about how they can't stand how people are saying that Saturn is the most fuckable planet, and they're like, you know, those rings are made from jagged rocks, you can stick your dick in there, and let's just say that the person who wrote that post thought about it way too much. The goat was amazing! Oh, man. This is also a song that sounds pretty similar to what you hear in Actraiser. It's not exactly the same, but boy, is it close. Like variation on a theme. Ba, 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 ba. You came in actually when I was almost done with Soul Blazer. Went right over to Illusion of Gaia, and that's where we got that one clip about pelvic thrusts. The most fuckable planet is actually Jupiter. I told you, though, Jupiter's got an STI. You gotta wrap it. On Things You Think Stoned, another unpublished Dr. Seuss books. You know that guy didn't even like kids? He wrote all those children's books, but he was freaked out by kids. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's so cool from me watching The Rings. Yeah, he thought they were creepy and kind of gross. Which, okay, fair. He seemed like a big cock. Mogul. Did I ever... Yeah, these lights are... I just said the man didn't like kids, and you're like, he seemed like a big cock. Everybody has to like children. People are allowed to not like children. Just saying. It's okay. That's true, though. He was a big cock for other reasons. He was very nasty to his wife. You know who else was really nasty to his wife? Was Albert Einstein. When he got married, he treated it as like, she's a maid that I get to fuck sometimes. We need a wife guy like... Dude, nobody has ever been as in love with his wife as James Joyce. Like, he was like the real-life Gomez Addams. He even liked her farts. Like, when she farted, he got a boner. One of my favorite things that he ever wrote to his wife, James Joyce, that is, it was a letter where he wrote, that said, "I'll be home in 3 days. Don't wash." Like, damn, he nasty too, though, huh? Ba 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 ba. Like, I'll be home in 3 days. Don't wash. That was the whole letter. He nasty. That was Napoleon? I thought it was James. Okay. You're probably right. I thought it was James Joyce for some... Probably because, you know, they're both gross, but... Okay. You're right then. Probably. Still, that's funny shit. Like, you nasty fuck. I do know that James Joyce wrote to his wife saying, "You had an ass full of farts and I fucked them out of you." I once did a dramatic reading of that letter for like a Zombie Sneak Attack song. And I was doing this like weird Masterpiece Theater voice. And then we put like fart sounds in the background. He was like, "We normally here at Zombie Sneak Attack give you horrible sounds and absolute debauchery, so let's do something classy and sophisticated. Let's read some James Joyce." By the way, feel free to enjoy the exhibits and have a nosy at the info while you wash. What info? What are you talking about? These things just say Saturn. Like, there's no other information. Maybe like on these or something, but just give me the names of it. See, I was like, yeah, we normally give you horrible things, but let's do something sophisticated. So here's a selected reading from James Joyce's letters. And then it was all about how he loved his wife's farts and he wanted to fuck her ass while she's farting and all this stuff. And I just read it out in this like Masterpiece Theater voice while there's like fart sounds playing. I don't remember what the song was called, but I remember it was on the album The Stupid. The man wrote Ulysses and a whole lot of smut. Hey now. Ew. Hey now. Alright, what planet we got here? We got Earth! Boo! Boo, Earth, boo. Boo. What happened here? Why is it like half of the Earth? Why is it a cross section? None of the other ones are like that. Worst planet. Well, I get that. It's just none of the other ones are like that. Like, what if we want to see what's inside of Uranus? Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think I could see my house from here. I had to do it, I'm sorry. Oh, she's talking. At 23%. Yeah, some kid took a bite out of the moon. Must have thought it was white chocolate. It shouldn't be spinning like that either. Wait, I didn't see a bite. That's kind of cool that it spins, but where's this bite? It can't be at the top. The kid would be taller than me. Now, I'm not seeing no bite taken out of it, but alright. That's cool if there was a context-sensitive thing that happens when you clean the moon. Pluto's a lot smaller than the moon. Still a planet in my heart, though. It's not the size, it's how you use it. Remember, folks, when it comes to planets, it's not the meat, it's the motion. There we go. Wait, it looks like there's something kind of like a design there. I think it's not on purpose, but... Yeah, it's like 2/3 the size and like 1/5 the mass. Use board at work. Oh man. I remember when I worked at the brain injury place, sometimes I'd be bored and I would text June like the weirdest shit. It'd be like going on about how Mega Man 5 is an allegory for Vietnam or some shit like that. And she'd be like, "You're bored at work, aren't you?" Like, as always. You could tell, because I'm making up weird shit about Mega Man. With not a shred of seriousness. Yeah, see, I thought that they basically, like, forced her to retire. But it looks like now they're trying to retain her. That sticker on that car that you sent me? Refresh my memory, what was it? Oh, God. That. Yes. I tried to put that out of my mind. I thought for a minute you were really telling me, oh no, she's back. Well, that's good that they decided to, like, make a position for her. It sucks that she finds it so boring, though. Could be worse. Could be kindness and chaos and kindness, or whatever the fuck it was. Cock and ketamine. Could be doing nothing for free. For real, right? Like, are you doing nothing and not even getting paid for it, chump? Crash the fuck! Yeah. God, that still aggravates me, Moogle. Like, I think about that and I'm still like, what the fuck? You don't get a check. You're always doing something. You're always doing something, Alice. What are you talking about? Is there like a planet here? Oh, I did that one already. Venus. There once was a man from Venus with a rocket ship for a wiener. Because Butthead did use the word penis in a different episode. It was an episode called Tainted Meat, where Beavis had some kind of problem with his junk and he kept scratching it. He was doing that at work because, you know, he doesn't care. So you see this lady pull up to the drive-thru and she's like, I'll have whatever, you know, and you hear Butthead's voice, can you hold on a second? Damn it, Beavis, put that away. You're not supposed to have your penis out while you're cooking. And she just drives off. And he's like, so what else? What did you want to order? Hello? Hello? He has prostatitis in his bunghole. Yeah, me too, buddy. I like when they ask you, like, do you get up a lot in the middle of the night to go pee? Nah, just like 20, 30 times. You were too cold to function. Wait, wait, hold up. Is your, like, heat out or something? See, now you got me concerned. That was the second smartest person in the Beavis and Butthead universe. Wait, who's the first? He's already going to... Daria? That's fair. Yeah, Daria's smart enough not to even go to Burger World. You never saw her at Burger World, ever. That's correct. If you were born in Venus, you'd be called Venereal. You'd be called Venusian, but nice try. Venereal, actually, the etymology of it relates to the spring, not to Venus. Yeah, because she got a spin-off, right? She moved out to a different place, and I remember, like, in the she never really mentioned Beavis and Butthead. She made an allusion to them about being in Highland, and she's like, I swear there was something in the water there. Yeah, it's Venusian. Venereal is sort of a mix of, like, referring to spring, and also venal, which is sort of like just being kind of a gross person. EB's like, I've watched hot bitches from Venus enough times to know what's up. And by the way, that was literal. They were on fire. The heat is working, but you keep it low because the big dogs get... Oh, that's right, because you got huskies, and they like the cold. Well, look at you being like A+ dog mom. Suffering for your pups. I had a dog named Gibbs. It was the best dog ever. And Venereal really does come from Venus? I thought otherwise, but you probably just looked it up, so... And there was one time I had to... He ate... I was just thinking about this yesterday, actually. He ate... I didn't know this. He ate a fucking dryer sheet. And I don't mean he chewed it up. I mean he swallowed it. He swallowed a dryer sheet. I don't know why he swallowed a dryer sheet. I just know that he did. And the reason that... I know that he did because it came out of him. In one piece. It passed completely through him. Just... unharmed, we'll say, right? And I just remember him one day just seeing like he was in distress, and I'm like, "What's wrong, buddy?" And he was walking kind of funny, and he wouldn't sit down, and I'm like, and then I saw there's something poking out of his bunghole, and I'm like, "What is that? Oh no, what is going on?" So I like, all right, you know the deal. Come into the bathroom with me, and then, you know, and he's all stressed out and freaking out, and I got a paper towel and I carefully, very slowly pulled it out of him, and I'm like, why the fuck did you swallow a dryer sheet? And as soon as it was out of him, he's just like licking my face and he's all happy and shit. Like, he was so grateful. But I remember saying on the Discord after it happened, I was like, the things I do for this dog. You know what I mean? Like, I never imagined that I would be pulling a dryer sheet out of anything's asshole. Oh, hello there, Jupiter. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you're just like completely dryer sheet free. Dude, imagine if the red spot was its own separate thing to clean. But yeah, the things we do for our pets, right? You're sitting there in the cold suffering. I had to pull a dryer sheet out of his asshole. And when you think about that statement, dog ate the dryer sheet, you think he chewed it up. No, didn't chew it. Swallowed the motherfucker. There it is. And that's where you stick it. For real, right? In the name of love. What's more in the name of love? I also use dryer balls. Oh, man. We tried the dryer balls, and we decided no. The dryer has since been neutered. See? What is it about these things that go in the dryer that these puppers want to eat them? Like, what the fuck is the deal with that? It can't be good for them. Wait, what? The line the dude said before pushing a kid off of a tower for seeing him fuck his sister in one of the first scenes in Game of Thrones? Excuse me, what? Yeah, it can't be good for them, right? Like, Gibbs is always getting into things that... Oh, the things we do for... Oh, okay, I got you. He was always getting into something he shouldn't get into. Usually I would catch him, scold him. But in that case, he ate, like, swallowed an entire dryer sheet, and I had no idea until it came out of him. And I was like, bro, I think you might have learned your lesson on this one. Like, I knew he liked to... I miss Gibbs, too, yeah. I knew he liked to eat napkins. Because he would get a napkin somehow, and then I'd hear him... And I'd be like, oh, fuck, he's got a fucking napkin or a paper towel or something, right? And then I'd make him spit it out. I'd be like, alright, give it up. And he knew, he would spit it out. The first time he thought, you won't take it out of my mouth. I did. And after that, he learned. Oh my god, yeah, he didn't like when I went to the bathroom. Probably because I didn't let him, like, come in and watch me pee. I'm like, dude, no, we're not doing that today. Aurora Borealis. In this part of the planetarium. I guess not really a planetarium. I mean, there could be a planetarium here, but this is more of just a museum. Oh my god, yeah, he liked when I sang to him, especially things like that, like ass, titties, ass and titties. He start running around real fast, ass, ass, titties, titties, ass and titties. Big booty bitches, that's where I've been guess. Come on over to the easy rest when I see ass, titties, ass and titties. And we would do the Gibbsy, 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 and he'd start freaking out. Which part of this makes me stupider? also found out that just the melody would set him off without even doing the words. Like, because I would go, and he'd start like running around like a maniac. I'm like, oh shit. You don't even need to have the words. He was the Gibbsiest of noodles. I still miss him, but, you know, all I could just say is, well, he had a great life at least, right? Hey, there we go. There he is! Oh god, if I said Puppy Monkey Baby, forget it. He'd be like, that's my cue to go completely fuck shit insane. And by the way, that doesn't work on Gunny. There's other ways to make Gunny lose his shit, but... it doesn't seem difficult to do. Oh man, it's true. It's very easy to make Gunny lose his shit. Anybody who's owned a dog knows the words and phrases that'll make them go completely fucking insane. Ba 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 ba. Oh god, it's like pretty much time to end stream, isn't it? Here, I'll finish this section of wall. Is there any overlap in... wait, in what? These nuts? By the way, Alice, are you able to record later or not? Just so I know that I'm doing when I basically, do I start editing early or not? Where is it? The things that make them let me think about that. I think there had to have been, but only when they were like puppies together. Actually, just me taking the trash out. You know what I mean? Me leaving. That was it. If I wasn't in the same plane of existence as them. I hope I'm getting a text. I'll admit, there was lots I didn't appreciate about the solar system till I worked here. Like, I didn't know the moon had a bite taken out of it. Like, I had no idea in the Earth's prehistory it collided with a protoplanet called Theia. Did you? Okay, that's cool. Got you, fam. February. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Hey now. Well, I guess I could finish the outer wall. And then we'll call it a day. And just a reminder, I'll say it when we're going over the schedule again, but next Wednesday I'm taking the day off. So there will not be a Powerwash stream next week. There'll be plenty of other streams now. Hey now, don't dream it's over. They come, and the walls between us. I have a really cool cover version of that song, EB, that it was actually, believe it or not, it was Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande singing it, acoustically. And it's really fucking good. It's an amazing cover. It was a part of a thing that MTV did during COVID, of artists performing, this is Soul Blazer middle, of artists performing from their homes, and I guess it was like in Miley Cyrus's backyard, and she had Ariana Grande with her, and they sang a few songs, but that was the memorable one. I was going to include that in my last cover songs playlist for music appreciation, but then I found Miley singing Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, and I did that instead. But next one for sure, I'll do that for Don't Dream It's Over. Yeah, well, I'm taking Mama to the doctor, and we're going to get sushi, so... I don't often take days off, and people wonder, like, why don't you ever take a day off? Don't you need to break or whatever? And I'm like, but I don't know. Like, I love what I do, though. You know what I mean? Like, I want to stream all the time. But in this case, you know, there's a bit of a family obligation, and I mean, my brother-in-law could have taken her, but at the same time, we're going to get sushi. So, you know. Now, we won't be there for dinner time, so I won't be able to tank up on eel. But they will probably have katsu. They have really good katsu there. Absolutely, that is words to live by. I always say that. If you love what you do. Like last night, I was up till almost 2 a.m. recording the next Tolkien video that I'm going to edit tonight. And I was having so much fun, and I started talking all fast because I was getting excited about certain topics, and I'm like stumbling over my words. And then I would laugh, and I'm saying, sorry guys, I get really excited. You know, it's like, it's still really fun and exciting for me. Stream the sushi place. Actually, Scooter asked me about that, but I said I can't do that because, like, my mom does not want to be on camera. She does not like a camera pointed in her direction. And there would be a whole lot of people. The place is always crowded, and then they're always playing music, so there's a copyright thing. So I promised, and I promise you all, there will be pictures. I will take pictures of the food, and I will post it on the Discord like I always do, and I will tag you, Scooter, because I know you want to see it. Because Scooter, unfortunately, used to love sushi, but now has a horrible seafood allergy. So that sucks ass. Oh, wait, before I... Hold on, I just realized how much money I have. That would be useful. Okay, alright, cool. The turbo nozzle I never use, though. But I should start, like, getting, like, all the stuff for the... Because this is, like, the final boss of washers here, you know? Yep. That'll happen. I was saying, you know, my cousin Jill developed a seafood allergy when she was like around 7 or 8 years old, and she couldn't have seafood for a long time, especially shellfish. But now she's gotten past it. So there's always the possibility that the allergy can go away. I'm trying to remember how to exit out of the fucking game, which... Fuck it, I don't know how to exit out the fucking game. That's how you do it. Absolutely. Like, I knew somebody, Scooter, that suddenly developed an egg allergy. How did she discover she got past it? Allergy test at the doctor, I think. Because I remember I saw her eating shrimp at, like this past Christmas, and I'm like, you're good with the shrimp now? And she's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm past that. I knew somebody who developed an egg allergy, and I said, if I wake up one day and I am allergic to eggs... Nobody's safe. I'm gonna go on a rampage. You can't take that away from me. What are you gonna do next? Take coffee away? No, there's no way, right? I can't function without those two things, right? I am a whore for breakfast. I love eggs and I love coffee. So if one day I can't have eggs, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Yeah, you don't... Penicillin is something that you don't really even need because they have like so many better things now. All right, let's go over the schedule real quick here. Let me kill the music here. I don't know. I wanted to pause it, not mute it. There we go. All right. So here's what's going on. So tomorrow night, I actually haven't set up the scene. I will. It's a YouTube and Twitch stream. We'll be live on both platforms, and I'm going to start a playthrough of The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, which is on PlayStation 2, which is a really fun game. And this one's not based on the book; it's based on the movie. So that's like a whole different thing, but it's a whole lot of fun. Kind of a hack and slash sort of game that I remember really liking. You do cool combos and stuff. Kill like 5 billion orcs, right? That's tomorrow night. Friday afternoon, we have more of Dragon Quest II HD 2D Remake. Dragon Quest II, the game that everybody said was their least favorite Dragon Quest, and now everybody's saying it's their favorite. And I'm not that far into it, but I'm kind of seeing why people are saying that. Yep. Better, but yeah, well, I don't know. Like, amoxicillin is pretty extant at this point, you know. I've never, people, whenever I'm in a healthcare situation and people are like, do you have any allergies? And I'm like, bees? Yeah, we mean to medication. I'm like, I don't know. I've never, I don't know. Maybe. I've never had the issue. You don't know until it comes up, right? So Saturday night, we will be playing more of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country, which I keep thinking that we're heading into the final dungeon area, and then, like, I was, like, wiping up all the side quests, and then we're, like, almost ready to head in, and then, like, more side quests opened up, so we still have more side stuff to do. But, yeah. If you're allergic to bees, you're allergic to jellyfish. That's really interesting. I did not know that. Thankfully, I don't go anywhere near any jellyfish, so we're good. I'm good on that, right? Sunday night, more of Mega Man 03. Of course, playing that on Steam. Monday afternoon, more of Street Fighter 6, which we're playing on Steam. We're still playing like the RPG mode. Allergic to D's nuts. That's a nut allergy that I don't know if I would have. Deeks nuts. Really liking Street Fighter 6. It's actually really fun. Tuesday night, we're near the end of Hollow Knight, but we still have a lot of stuff to mop up before we head for the Hollow Knight and the Radiance. Bees nuts. And then Wednesday afternoon, a week from today, I'm taking the day off. We won't be here. So, you know, see you later, shitlords. See you shit asses in 27 years. No, so it's a rare day. Oh, God, I keep hitting that. Rare day off for me. Let's see who we have online that we could raid. Who's going to be the person that we raid today? Why is Professor Corey always on when I'm not doing a Tolkien stream? I think I'm going to raid Zelda McGregor. See that Animal Cross shit right now? What's that over there?
You know that they wanted, I think this one.
These alerts out of my way.
Yeah, the other colors that don't fit with. Okay. Need a cozy little rug for the bedroom.
Oh dear.
So their little feet
I promise she'll think it's funny. There's the raid call. Gabby that pays it as we head into Zelda stream. She is playing Animal Crossing New Horizons. I will see. It looks like she's making like a cozy little cafe or something. We'll see you guys over there. We'll see you guys on Discord. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Two Towers, the video game, not the book. And yeah, see you around. Here we go.
I do.
Tits.
I don't know if it's uploaded, but I will check.
Oh wait, hold on. I got the name wrong. I put a fucking space in her name.
I do have a bike rental.
All right, I'll hit the button as soon as I can.
Will it hide the red? No. Boo. Of ka. My pleasure. My pleasure.